might be up. Hopefully, I don't know. It should be up, I would think.
Watch.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. There you go, Cameron. The floor is yours on that then.
Hi, this is Cameron Romano, driver of the number 55 Ford Performance Mustang for the Circuit Cup Series. While we're experiencing this weather delay, please enjoy this replay of the Talladega 250 from Season 1 of the MCRL.
That was perfect.
Thank you.
We got 94 laps, 250 miles here today. As the pace car is getting ready to get off. We are about to go green.
Oh my god.
At Dega.
Wow.
I didn't grab the pit
Hang
window,
on.
I'm sorry.
Let me,
I'm an amateur. It's amateur hour. We are coming to the green flag, and we are away.
We're going to need to work on that for you, Austin, for different audios.
Lots of early shuffling here.
Oh.
As you can see, we are 2 by 2 by 2. They have already separated into a faster and slower pack. Obviously, one set of people are going to be trying to maybe hang back a little bit, while the others are looking to push. Stages are at 30 and 60 tonight. The last 34 laps will be the third stage. Lead us to the checkered flag. Green and white checker flags, like I just said, will be at 30 and 60. They will have to do one stop for gas. As now that I think about it, the pit window is right about 20 laps here. Just think it's 17 to 20 laps, we'll start seeing guys having to come in. So Nick Vasquez out in front. He's been talking all week about how he was going to be up there. Madison working his way up all the way from the 9th starting position all the way up to P number 2 on the back bumper. Zach Thomas Johnson in that 12 car. He's the 22's teammate. Jared Bundy right behind him. So that's 3 DU Motorsports teammates up in the top 4 there. Madison currently splitting them up. They're looking like they're maybe trying to find a way around him, but as of right now, I wouldn't change it a thing, as it's absolutely working for them. Got a lot of people that are sitting back, deciding not to hang out in this top group up here. As you can see, a massive split of people there. We've got one single line of cars here, pretty much, with a couple of guys on that top group. That's going to be I believe that's the 89 and the 00. We got a lot of new guys in here, so you got to bear with me while I figure out who that is. So that is the 88 up there with 89. So that's the 89 of Aaron Holroyd and the 00 of John Moho. A lot of guys switching back and forth here, as it looks like the DU Motorsports team is linked up on that outside, leaving Madison out to dry. Madison is going to hook up with, I believe, that is the 73 of Anthony Campbell of Agent Inc. Racing on the bottom line with him now. That top line is moving and grooving. It looks like we've got Nick Vasquez, Zach Thomas Johnson, Jared Bundy, the 89 of Holroyd, Moho, Dominguez, Krawcheck, and Lindsay up in that top line. A lot of people got new paints on. It's got to give me a second to process through my brain here as to who the heck is who. We do have 33 competitors on the thing right now. Oh, the 89 gets a little shove there from Dominguez. He's going to get pushed 3 wide through the corner exit there. They are door slamming and working together. 89 not happy about that. Everyone fans out as they anticipate a caution. We are 4 wide down the backstretch on lap number 6. I expect to see much of this. Talladega, of course, is much wider than Daytona. 3 wide through the corners is much easier here. It looks like everybody was cruising until that got put together there, but now that DU Motorsports crew is back out in front. We are about 10 to 14, about 10 to 13 laps away from green flag pit stops now. As I said, we get about 17 to 20 laps of gas on this track. 4 total tire changes in the race, I believe. So we'll see how many people have double stinting tires this evening. You can see that single file crew back there behind them. Looks like they're just kind of hanging out. There's a whole lot of dipping, diving, and dodging going on in this front pack. I would expect to see something happen here pretty soon. We do get 1 fast repair here, but it'd be not great to use it this early, that's for sure. Oh, the 5 of Blake McClung almost goes across the 17 and Tyler Krawcheck's nose there. We're going to go ahead and bring it on to the most exciting cam here. So if the camera gets a little jumpy, that's why it's looking for guys that are battling, guys that are moving around, making moves and stuff. We'll see what's going on with that. Like I said, I am fighting some sort of chest cold, so I'm going to try and not talk as much and or as loud as I normally do to conserve my voice here. We got 94 laps of racing tonight. And I will periodically be taking water breaks as well, most likely at the stage breaks, so bear with me as I work through this. Aaron is your brother. Absolutely. Good luck to Aaron tonight. I will try and check in on Twitch chat periodically as well, but a lot of our viewers I know are drivers and aren't going to be able to talk as much, so if I had a 3rd monitor, I'd be able to do that, but running it on 2 monitors is not easy. We got a lot of guys wavering here. That DU Motorsports crew is getting back up on that top lane. They're going to try and stay linked up together here. And they are 3 wide going into that corner. That's Tyler Krawcheck looking to the outside there in the Skittles car, number 17. 9 laps green so far, and I'm expecting, there it is, and that's the 70 and the 31 are coming together, and caution's going to come out. That's going to be on the 31 of Shane Lindsay there. Let's go ahead and take that back, see what happened there. I was expecting the first caution, and it came, just as I said. Let's switch this into the far chase view here. Looks like a couple of guys just got a little overzealous here. Everyone's wavering back and forth, obviously, as you can see. And looks like a little checkup. Yep, and the 70 just goes across the nose. He tried to check up, just couldn't save it in time. Happens to the best of us. Call it short track racing. And by short track racing, I mean Talladega. That brings us back to Nick Vasquez up at the top of the board as we prepare for our first restart. How many guys are going to take it in for fuel here? This would be cutting it close for stage fuel. This is right on the window here. So they're going to get 2 laps under yellow here. That would mean that they would need 18 laps of gas to take it to the end of the stage. It's going to be close. It's absolutely going to be close. We're going to check and see here who's going in. Vasquez is going into the pit lane. And the parade follows him. Everybody's looking to stay on the same pit strategy as the entire field looks to come down pit road here. We're going to take it to the pit exit cam here and see who makes it off first. Pit stop starting. Now remember, Vasquez did start in that first one there. Looks like he's going to be the first off. His teammate, Bundy's a little late off the crack there, but looks like just about everybody else made it out in order. As we see the guys filing off now. The 97 was involved, probably checking himself out, seeing what kind of damage he's got. That's Weston Vander Kolk. He was our pole sitter. And he is away. Coming off the pit lane now as we get ready to stack them, rack them, and attack them. I have no idea. Looks like everybody else is still out there. Dominic Bettini, unfortunately, looks like he did not make the grid. Currently sitting at 10 laps down according to my scoring chart here. Talladega is a fun track, Mr. Loki. It is a great time. And racing it in the Sunday Night Showdown, I don't know anywhere else I'd rather be than the Conor Darnell Designs Sunday Night Showdown Cup Series. Or the Conor Darnell Designs Cup Series. Previously known as the Sunday Night Showdown. Presented by the show. We got a lot of titles around here. We got to sort them out. Official name is currently the CD Designs or Conor Darnell Designs Cup Series. So we are coming here to 1 to go. We should see the whole field stack up 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back to the 32nd contender. We had 32 cars on the track, as I said. Bettini did not grid there. We got some guys in the pit lane, maybe topping off on fuel there. Getting last drop of fuel before they go back green here. So we're going to kick it to our first ride along and crank it up of the night on this green flag here. We're gonna probably throw it to Mr. Bundy, right behind the 22 of Nick Vasquez. Now that I think about it, it looks like Vasquez and Johnson are. Well, Vasquez did have lane choice. He took the top. Looks like they are probably going to try and get down in front of one another. But, I mean, they have a teammate in the top row and a teammate in the bottom row. So, what's it matter? No one knows. We're going to see if they can make it on gas, though. That's going to be close. We're going to have some end-of-stage drama here coming up at lap 30. Hate to hear that, Dominic. Hey, there's always next week, brother. That's why we run 22 races in a season. We are getting ready to come to the green flag now. I got to come through the tri-oval, obviously, there. And then we are going to kick it to an onboard here, most likely with one of the DU Motorsports guys. Got a lot of guys that exited a closed pit there, obviously, as we got this stack up of the Century on the inside line for the penalties.
Ready, green, green, green.
And green flag. Let's kick it to the 17 of Tyler Krawczyk. Oh, you know what? My engine sounds are down. Bear with me. I'm going to fix that real quick. That's no fun, right? There we go. I was wondering why my stuff was so quiet.
Yellow. What you got going on there, bud?
Second yellow flag coming out. Let's see who it's for. And it's Jim Mott, of course. How'd I know? Hanging up high here. Looks like he's just falling back, trying to give everyone some time. Mike Bennett into 14 of Connor Darnell. And that was just some unnecessary 3-wide action. Shouldn't be a lot of damage there. Oh, Bob Baker almost getting involved there. Should obviously not have a ton of damage there. But that's definitely on the 50 of Mike Bennett there. As we take a look at that one more time. As it looks like the 4, Connor Darnell, yeah, he just kind of got up into him, sucked up into him, and it is what it is at that point. Is what it is. Not a whole lot you can do there. As we got a new leader on the board, as the Baker Racing teams, Tyler Krawczyk and Kenny Reel are now at the top of the board. Nick Vasquez, Zach Thomas Johnson still up there as well. They're sitting P3 and P5. Tyler Krawczyk, top of the board. We got some guys coming down pit lane now. Everyone obviously very confident that they can probably get through if they're staying out right now, as we are about 14 laps to the stage yellow here. That DU Motorsports crew's going to come in and get gas, though. They're not taking any chances. Tyler Krajcek up 15 positions from 16th, and John Moho up 16 positions to second or third place from 19th. First people coming out on their stint in 17th and 18th, Vasquez and Thomas Johnson. Yeah, sorry I had my engine volume down. I was driving a lot this week, wanted my engine volume down, so that's why that was like that. But we should have some actual sound on the stream now. Tempest Gaming in the chat. Let's see if we can get an eye on one of their guys here. We're looking for, let's see. And it was Zach Bucher involved in the accident, by the way. That was my bad. I said the wrong number there. There's Nicholas Torres, number 70 there. He was involved in that first incident. But not looking too bad right now, I will say. They've also got Archie Williams on their team there. Not seeing him on the board, though. Oh, there he is, 16th. 93. Got some default paint schemes. He's back there behind Sam Bennett. We should be coming to 1 to green here. 13 lap shootout for the end of the stage 1. Top 7 get stage points, so we're going to be keeping an eye on those top 7 drivers. Tyler Krajcek at the choose line here. He's going to stay down low. So he's going to have his teammate beside him. And Kenny Reel. And then he's going to have Moho and Bill English next to him. Bill English, a season 0 guy. He's been gone for a long while. Looks like he made it back. Welcome back to Bill English. Shane Lindsay in P5 right now. Another rookie guy there. First race in the series. Sean Madison behind him, another rookie. And next to him is Aaron Holroyd. And a lot of new faces up in the top 10 right now. Evan Clapper sneaking back into the top 10. Almost didn't make the race tonight. I believe he had a DOL for not finishing his required practice laps after last week's festival at Iowa. As we get ready to come to the green flag here, Tyler Krajcek is going to lead them to the green flag. No restart in effect, no restart zone in effect for the last 2 weeks here since it's been bugged through iRacing. Until we have full confirmation and testing of it being fixed, it will then be re-implemented at that point. They do still have lane choice if they are the leader. Tyler choosing that bottom lane there.
Ready, green flag.
Looks like we are on green flag. And Tyler and Kenny are going to link up there on the bottom. Or top, middle, whatever you call that. They're driving to the middle of the track. Moho and that's English behind them on the outside lane there. Lindsay and Long on the bottom line there. And English is going to drop down low. 12 laps to go. Oh, and 3 wide through the center of the corner. That's Shane Lindsay. He's doing his best to keep that in line. And he's going to hop down in between in that second line up there. Project and Real currently leading the field, but they are definitely 3 wide in the corners right now. Back into the 2 lines, that back area there, trying to get something going on that high line there. They've got 3 wide, 3 by 3. Still absolutely cruising right now. Sam Bennett sticking his nose up into the action up there. He's about 8 cars deep on the inside line. As we got 3 wide again around Bill English is Blake McClung. We've got guys all over the place, dipping, diving, and dodging their way in the line. Lane changing lanes. I-91. A lot of people looking at just trying to keep clean cars right now, I'm guessing here. We are 3 wide in the corners once again. Much easier at this track, as I said before. They are quite dicey up there. But they're making it work. Sam Bennett is obviously not too happy about being on the bottom side 3 wide there. And he's just going to hop back into the bottom line there. Just 3 wide though. So into the outside wall. Better be careful there. He's going to come off. That's the 31 of Shane Lindsay. He's just trying to hang on to that thing. Might have some older tires on it. Most guys are probably double stinting tires here. Oh, there's another wreck. That's the 70 of Nick Torres. That's it's not looking good. He's already used his faster pair as well, folks, so that is not looking good for the Tempest driver there. Let's see what happened on this one. 85 is going to send that middle 3 wide. Connor Darnell into him, and he's just around. 70 hit pretty hard. It's a decently large crash here, as a lot of people are going to find their way through. Torres is just riding the wave, bro. Absolutely riding the wave. Let's take a look at that from TV3. We get the full angle here. Torres definitely the one hit the hardest here. You can see center 3 wide on the 85 there. There's the contact, sending them both into the wall. That's a heavy hit. The 8 goes around. I believe that 8 is the 8 of Chase Harden. That's his fast repair used. Somebody else was also involved there. So that was the 85. That's the Keenan Kimber. The 4 of Connor Darnell. The 8 of Chase Harden. The 45 of Rodney Roberts. Let's see if the 7 of Evan Clapper was able to hang on here. He does through the pit lane. Might get a penalty for that. So that's about everybody that we got there. So we've got the 4 of Connor Darnell, 85 Keenan Kimber, the 70 of Nicholas Torres, the 45 of Rodney Roberts, the 93 of Archie Williams, the 8 of Chase Harden, and the 7 of Evan Clapper involved in that one. A lot of guys might have escaped with minimal damage there. We'll have to see. Your current leader, Aaron Holroyd, started in 20th position, and he's up 19 spots to be your current leader. I definitely had my trading paints refreshed. I mean, I will re-download them. I promise you, like, I have it right here. I'm re-downloading them now, but they all are usually updated. I did it right before the race started. The 10 and the 70. Is Archie Williams not on? No, he is. Archie Williams is also on that list. Jacob Pachensky, Nicholas Torres, and Archie Williams. Didn't update them yet. I believe we are still at 2 to green here. No, we are 1 to green. We are going 1 to green here. I think. Is that right? Oh, we got a huge conglomerate of cars there. Yeah, it looks like we are 1 to green. Looking at a 5-lap shootout here. Yeah, that's still the paint he has after my trading paints is updated. So trading paints glitch. Don't know what to tell you. Two by two, we've got a 5-lap shootout to the end of the stage. Connor Darnell, probably towed. He's not on the track, 2 laps now. Chase Harden already used his fast repair. Looks like he might be done for the day. That hard hit the wall. Next flag's going to end the stage. That's either the green checkers or a yellow flag, I believe. Because, well, no, I mean, if it happens on the first lap, I guess. So if it's within 3 laps, so lap 28 or longer into the run here, it will be the end of the stage. Otherwise, we will re-rack them once again to get those stage points decided. It's got to be within 3 laps on the...
Green flag.
3 laps on the super speedways here. We are back green. Holroyd's going to get a huge jump with Madison on his tail. Moho on the outside. Kenny Reel on his bumper. Crowd check down low. Top 7 is stage points here. The keep getting numbers like this, you might have to up it to 10 stage points. At 7 as of right now, though, so the top 7 is going to be Rebarsac. And some stage points this evening. As he is up there. Kenny Real and Tommy Krawcheck absolutely pushing out to the front here. As we come to 4 to go in the stage. I just noticed my mic was muted this whole time. Biggest movers are John Moho, Tyler Krawcheck, 14 and 15. Jim Mott up 15 spots to the 13th position. And Evan Clapper up 12 spots to the 16th position. We're going to kick it to A. Crank it up because I'm losing my voice. Green flag in the air.
Caution's out. How's my radio been today? Can you hear me fine?
And we've got a wreck here. Appears to be the 88 of Alexander Dominguez. We're going to take it on back here and see what happens. Alexander Dominguez. See a car going into the picture here. And oh, 31 turns the 38 into the 88. Just some bad luck there for Dominguez. Luckily, he's still got that faster pair in the back pocket. Who else is going to need that? Xander Short is going to need that faster pair, folks, as he Just absolutely got obliterated. We'll take a look at that one more time here. And Xander Short kind of hanging out on his own. 31 gets a run. And too far on the right rear. Sent him flying. Tyler Krawczyk back to the lead there because we had a good view of our onboard cameras. Torres working himself back up to the third position there. Yeah, you'd think it looks way easier, but this program that we use that sets up all the timings and everything it was quite difficult to make. Took me about 12 hours to make this whole custom setup here. And it doesn't even look that good. I still need a little more time to do it when I've got some free time. So. Xander Short was our points leader here before he got thrown into the wall. We'll see how that's going to affect the rest of his night. As I expect there that the 31 is going to get an EOL. That hit. That was a hard one. Onto that right bumper. So we got some guys heading into pit lane. It looks like Tyler Krawczyk is the only guy staying out right now. Interestingly enough. No, we got some more guys coming through. They just hadn't caught up to him yet. Bob Baker's still out there. Haven't seen him in any incidents tonight. That's always good. Love to see that for Bob. As he's worked his way up to P number 11. Jeremy T-Bond, Jim Mott. He's used his fast repair and is disappeared off of the face of the earth. Mike Bennett scored one lap down. He's used his fast repair, not seeing him. Jim Mott is now one lap down. Mike Bennett coming out of the pits there. Sam Bennett has also used his fast repair. Not seeing Jim Mott out there. 69 of Sam Bennett is out there. Always good to check in on that Mike Bennett squadron. All right, James Mott, did your internet cut out again?
It did.
It's a good thing you're paying extra money for it not to cut out then, huh?
I was running like 15th on the lead lap. I'm at least a lap down now, right? Maybe
You
two.
are currently scored one lap down.
Are we still under caution?
We are.
We're 1 degree and we're on the backstretch.
What is Bob Baker doing?
You and,
Maybe behind the
you and
80.
Mike Bennett are the only two cars one lap down right now, racing for the lucky dog.
I'm getting very mixed instructions from this Australian guy about what I'm supposed to do.
This Australian guy.
He's giving me very ambiguous directions. Pass this car, stay behind this car. The one car's.
Well, we're hopping from voice chat to voice chat tonight because I'm losing my voice from being sick.
Yeah, Bill English was asking about you, how you were doing.
Was he? Yeah, I saw he was in here. It's been a while since he's been in here.
I like it. I think you guys should start a podcast.
What? Start a podcast of what?
You know that, buddy. I don't know what to do it.
Oh, you're talking in game chat. All right, we're going green. I'm going back to the broadcast.
Xander and Nick are just
No,
like
don't go green.
conversing.
Yep.
Going
Keeps
green.
telling me I'm to be on the inside line, but to pass the 85 car, who's been on the outside line the whole time.
Just don't worry about it. Just race.
All right.
Just drive.
No, I follow the rules.
A lot of rule followers down in Mike Bennett Racing as they continue to mark the back of the field here, besides Jeremy, who's up to 11th. 23 laps to go in stage number 2. As we are back green, the field is appearing to thin out a little bit, although we've really only, in reality, lost 3 cars. So we're actually got 30 cars on the track. It is Mr. Cory Mott. Sorry, I'm very busy trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, sorry, Twitch chat. I'm going in and out of Twitch chat here. We got a lot going on. Tyler Krawcheck and Kenny Real up at the top here. Baker Racing Team. We got Mr. Move Over. He's up to 3rd. And behind them is our pole sitter, who's worked his way back up here. That's going to be Weston van der Kolk. That outside line seems to be cooking right now. How am I doing? I've been doing good. I've been very sick the last couple of days. I got pink eye, and then I got bad cough here, which I'm trying to fight off while talking. But been doing good. Just been hanging out, doing some racing stuff, enjoying life. That's the best way to put it. Jeremy T-Bone worked his way up all the way up to the 2nd row. The inside line there. That's P number 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it. 20 laps to go in stage number 2. We've had a decent number of cautions here. We went about green for about 15 straight laps to start the race, and then every 5 or 6 laps we've had a caution after that. Oh, Sam Bennett and somebody back there getting together. They were under the yellow line there for a sec. No positions advanced, therefore no black flags probably will be given. Looks like most of them are trying to get strung out single file here to get some running going. Oh, the 17 makes a move. That's a move. That must have been loose off the number 3's nose there. He slots back in line behind his teammate Kenny Real. Kenny Real, our Daytona 250 winner earlier this season, proved that he can run good on these super speedways. Madison all over the back of T-Bone, his bumper there. John Moohoo over, leaving that bottom line. You have 2 cars in this tonight. We've got Archie Williams in the something car. He's in 93 up there in 5th place. You got Archie Williams, and then you got Nick Torres up at P number 9 right now, 70. So you've got the 70 and the 93. Looks like the 10, who's your 3rd car, is not here. Looks like they're 3 wide back there. Top 7 getting stage points for stage 2 here in about 17, 18 laps. We still got a long ways to go here. That's about 15 minutes away from now. We'll have a 34 lap dash to the end of the race. 92 a little off center there. Madison might look to dive underneath him, but he's going to keep it in line for now. The 17 and the 3 still twitching on the outside there. Haven't seen much out of the DU Motorsports team. Looks like they're all the way back in 16th. Good to see one Mike Bennett Racing member driving up through the field here, though. Still 2x2x2x2x2, about 5-6 rows deep here, top 12. As everyone fans out on the backstretch here. Mark disappearing. And he's back in the middle of everyone 3 wide. That was interesting. And that bottom line is going to reform. Another guy gets pushed up and out of line there.
Austin. Are we live already? Well, I saw that. That was pretty awesome. But I was watching the car store race. It's going to add a little bit of suspense to this race tonight, and yeah, so it's going to be fun to watch, and I think you're going to see some shockers, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yep, and there's a couple of really tough picks. First off the bat, you have Cory Mott, and you have Gordon, who has been very fast lately in the 00. He's been running very strong. No, I'm sorry. Girth. That's right. Girth Graswald, as they called him. That's right. Yeah, he's been running very strong, and he could make an upset. I could see. That's a really tough one for me to call. The other thing for him is this is a track that suits Cory Mott's driving style. He likes to save on these tracks, so wherever he qualifies, I think you're going to see him maybe drop back a couple of positions, and then towards the end of that run, he's going to get faster and start passing people. This is the perfect track for him, where he likes to save, and he'll come on strong at the end. So that's a tough pick right off the bat. So, and that's just one of the many battles that we're going to have on the track tonight. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. Yep. Yeah, and right now Nick is running 12th fastest with a 30.90, but I don't see Mr. Wolfe out there to see how fast he's running yet. So this isn't going to be a cut and dry. If somebody gets caught up in something early, could push them back, you just don't know. Not to mention the fact we already have a couple of spoilers. Look at Mr. Cherry in the number 27. He's fifth fastest right now with a 30.70, and above here in the 24 is Mr. Rodriguez with a 30.68. So, guys, we really haven't seen that many times this year. They're very fast, and right off the bat, Mr. Griswold, ninth fastest in the 00 with a 30.83, and Cory Mott is with 31.12. So if you don't think these guys know what's going on with these speeds, trust me, they're going to show what they've got right off the bat, right in this practice. So keep an eye out and watch who's running. Yeah, yeah, that's a good toss up right there. So I mean, there's a few. Well, like I said, Garth has been running really strong lately, and I'm not. I'm telling you, that's a tough one to pick. It really is. Garth can definitely beat Cory, and Cory can definitely beat Garth. So one of the few tough picks that you're going to see out there today. And look who's in 11th in the 55. Cameron Romano. I always call him Cory. He's running fast, and we have a big old kerfluffle. And you know what? Did you see who that was? I was just talking about Cameron Romano, and next thing you know, he's doing backflips across the tri-oval here. Yeah. It's the curse. It's the curse. I'm telling you, the curse is already. Yes, they are. Yep. And also, we have Mr. Cherry. We've seen him, I think, in 2 or 3 races so far recently, and he's been fast in every one. So out of nowhere, we got a couple of guys that are running really well. Yeah, see, that's the pit line. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Uh-oh, there we go. Yeah, we had a screamer, and there's the old 27 car of Mr. Cherry. Again, a newcomer, very fast, and wow, the sixth, Mr. Campbell just roughed up the inside wall there. There's another car. Uh-oh. There we get one of those hard. Oh, hello. Oh boy, my man. You know what? My Atlanta. Wow. Woo! Yeah, and these guys are already tired, and this race is looking uglier than a hillbilly bride at this point. But luckily, it's only practice, so we just wait and see what happens. But notice who just clicked off a very fast lap. The number 10 car, Mr. Higginbotham, just blew out a 30:54. Wow. And then, of course, look who's behind him in the 39, Zoolander himself, Mr. Burnett. Huh. Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I'm more of a Kramer fan myself. A Kramer fan with red, white, and black stripes, as a matter of fact. That's a very good sponsor play, so extremely appropriate here in Nashville. And he's pretty well, too. Well, all I know, I see, where is Cory Mott running? I don't see him in the top 20, which tells me one of two things. He's very happy with his car, and he didn't run many laps on it. Yeah, no, yeah, keep an eye on that number 1 car. I think this is a little bit of, he's setting his car up to run, and yeah, so don't trust him. He's sneaky. Yeah. So keep an eye on that 1 car. He's going to qualify a lot better than practice is running, and you might see him. He might have just switched setups. Now he's going to come out there with a qualifying setup, and he's going to be running in the top 8. So we'll see what he does now. Yeah, he's going to mow the lawn. Yeah, that's the perks of being the president of the club. Probably that black fat flag will probably be removed. Yep. One shot Fraley. I think that's going to be a new nickname for him because he did it right off the bat. Cory shooting blanks for a while, but thank God somebody stepped in and took care of business. But I tell you what, that 1 car seems to be running. Whoa! See that? You know what? He's coming to get me for saying that now. Yeah, this is getting. Let's get it out in practice. So, and there's another car. These guys are really just pushing it to see what they've got, how far they can go, and you're seeing it right now. And if you notice, they're all coming across the same spot. It seems as if turn 4 is going to be a trouble spot today. Yeah, now you're starting to see these guys get faster and faster. All of a sudden, Nick Vasquez is in the top 10. Nathan Campbell is in the top 10. Mr. Perry been there. Mr. Carlisle, the 7 car, where has he been? All of a sudden, he's there. Vince Mitchell, Rabbit himself, he popped off a 3068, put him in 6th spot. Mr. Rodriguez, he really seems as if he's kind of settled in a little bit. He's been right around that 4th or 5th fastest since practice began. Mr. Porter comes out of nowhere and rips off a 3060. Mr. Hamilton comes out of nowhere, another new guy. It's an invasion of the new people. Well, no surprise. Now we know why he's running as well as he is. So, yeah, look at him. He's ripping off some very fast laps. So, not surprised. Oh, man, another car taking it out. But not surprised to see him in the top 5. So, we have some very fast cars out front, guys that we don't normally see here in the MCRL. And there they are. And that top 10 is tough to beat right now. It's tough to stay in as well. That's pretty good for a rookie. Yeah, this guy is literally 4 times better. 4 times better. Yeah, that's scary. That's really scary to think. It's funny is my I rating has not dropped at all in the past 3 weeks, and that's because I broke my steering wheel. It's the I rating thing is so frustrating at times, and man, it makes you a lot of times say, well, man, I wish they would change these I rating the way they do it. But all these guys with 5,000, 6,000, they went through the exact same point system as I did. So if it's possible, so stop having a pity party for myself, and I got to go out there and just run better. So, yep, yeah, yeah, just got to try a little bit, and it's tough sometimes because certain leagues you have to have a certain I rating and all of that stuff, and you're. Let me tell you something, my friend. Everybody, a lot of people have said that you've improved a lot. So you're getting where your goal is, and you can easily get there. Easily get there. So there you go. So you got your E class, and as far as your I rating goes, it's been getting better and getting better. You're gonna be. Don't worry about it, buddy. You're gonna be just fine. Look at the number 55. Oh, now we jump back to the 56. Tommy Carroll, and and Mr. Carroll tonight has that black scheme again, where his teammate we already saw earlier. He has like the white or off-white scheme. So those two cars are really good. Those two of my favorite race cars on the track. Yeah. Yeah, and look at right behind him, Mr. Carlisle, 30:48, fastest lap. He's ripped off. Mr. Rodriguez, the 24. Welcome to the party, my friend. Woo! by one 1/100th of a second. And Menke. You know that he's giggling to himself right now, right? Yeah. Look how close the top 7 cars are in their speed, in their qualifying. Yeah, and Mr. Wolfe is one of those guys that's in a battle that we're going to watch. And also, while we were sleeping, the 00, Mr. Griswold just ripped off a 30-50 to put him. Oh, he just got bumped down a 10 spot, but he's going to be just outside the top 10 or in the top 10. It depends on what we see. And I'm still waiting to see Cory Mott, Mr. Cherry. He's a guy that's probably going to be knocking Mr. Griswold out. Wow. Wow. Again, a lot of new drivers in the MCRL. Yeah. One guy I'm really surprised to see. I don't actually, has he run yet? Is Mr. Leach. Where's Mr. Leach? Did he run yet? Ooh, well, tough starting position for him, and he's going to have to battle his butt off to get up front. He needs a win. He's doing very well in the points. He's been finishing up front a lot lately in the top 3, top 4, and he's going to have his hands full today, but he can do it. All right, Austin, start us off. Yeah. Nathan Campbell. And man, you know what? Oh, remember how it? Yeah. Oh, he was.
Green, green, green.
Yes, we are. And I'm going to tell you something right now. There's
The
some
yellow
very
flag is
sneaky
out.
business going on back already. Yeah, it started right off the bat, and yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm looking at some of these guys that are in the back, and one of them that surprises me is the one car in 31st position. You know what? Yeah, Cory Mott and a couple of those other guys in the back of the pack, I think they believe there's going to be a bunch of cautions. They're just going to try to stay out of trouble and then show up at the end of this thing and steal a victory. So keep an eye. There's a reason why those cars are running in the back of the pack. So I there's some sneaky business going on back there. Yeah, it's definitely on CPR right now. When there are a couple cars. And we got called out. And we got called out by Nick Vasquez. He says more in-car camera. So we got to remember that tonight. More in-car camera. He said that earlier in the garage area, and we're all while we were in our rain delay. We were in there talking, and he called me out. He called me out. More in-car camera. So there you go, Nick Vasquez. So very good idea. And yeah, so we got to remember that tonight. Well, while we're in this caution lap, I got to run inside and grab another drink because I left it in there. All right, be right back.
Green, green, green. Caution, yellow flag.
Not what we want to see.
Hey, Austin, we can't hear your voice on the stream, by the way. Yeah.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay. Cool. Nice. Well, at least you guys could hear Bill, so it wasn't like it was a silent broadcast. Did not know that I was muted, so I forgot that I did that on there because I was saying I didn't want you guys hearing me on there while we were doing all that stuff. So
My wife wants to know how to do that to me. You got to put me on mute.
that I cannot help with, sadly. I heard duct tape works good.
Hey, come.
I heard duct tape works good for that though. Oh, we have
I'm
a,
sitting here talking.
we have
All
a,
of a sudden, my dog came running out of the house. I don't know where he went.
oh, and this is also going to be a night race. I mean, with it obviously having been a rain delay, we got to have this race be late in Sim 2 to, again, simulate how the real race would have been with a rain delay. But hey, we're going. And again, reminder everyone that the stages are at 45 and 90, so we will see a stage caution in about 35-ish laps. We've already went through 10 though, luckily, so we're definitely. Oh, my whole. Oh, geez, my whole system just. Okay then. Again, that's how iRacing's been tonight. I'm sad to say I'm not surprised.
Even the pace car is having issues.
But again, like we were saying before earlier, Bill, they've definitely done something, or it's just the track, because this is now the third race in a row that I have not had to skimp on the quality of the broadcast.
No. Hang on 1 second. You take the screen up.
I do need to check one.
Eddie, come.
Oh. Sounds like a dog. We got dog issues. We are going green, green, green here. Thomas getting a good restart there, as you can see, and we're gonna jump back to Noah here and see what's going on here as we see them going side by side here, coming around the turn. We got mostly single file otherwise, and we are going green here on lap 11 as you see them all come down the back stretch right here, and we are going, again, mostly single file right now. Noah Hamilton's trying to stay right there with Thomas. He's very close to him. He's trying to get on the inside of Thomas there to see if he could maybe get past, but he couldn't, so he's just going to kind of ride right behind him here. But they are, they're getting into their groove. We got, looks like Noah riding right on the bumper there of Thomas as best he can. Let me see if I can show you how close they are. And you can see there's the back end of that's the back end of Noah. Here's the front end of Noah. There's the nose of his car, obviously.
I'd like to see these guys back off a little bit and just get a bunch of laps in before they really start racing too hard. But look who is already up into the 6th position right now. Cody Leach. He started in the 17th position. It's only been 13 laps.
I mean, but also just look at how beautiful this track is looking right now. I mean, with the sun setting, the track lights are on. These guys are just. I mean, I know a lot of these guys are obviously itching to get a race, and it's also crazy to say too, Bill. We have 33 drivers. When's the last time that we've said we had that many racers for one of these races this season? Minus Talladega and Daytona.
Well,
I think it's been a while. I think it's been a while since we had this full of a race in the series. So it's always nice to see a full field. I mean, it gives these guys a lot of competition for once, and I'm sure that they obviously want to have easy wins, but also to have a competitive win like this against this big of a field is always nice too. Let me see.
Especially when we see so many new drivers that are running.
Yeah, I mean, and these new drivers are definitely coming to show, and they're saying, hey, we may be new, but we're here to play, and we're not gonna, we're not just gonna let you guys that have been here, before just, have an easy win or anything. And it does look like if I go here, we have a bit of a close kind of pack right now with Cody, Chris, Vince. Really, this whole field back here, they're all kind of really close to each other, it looks like. I mean, they're all just they're mostly in single file except on these turns, but otherwise they're kind of just single file, just holding out together right now, as you can see. I mean, we'll go back a little bit farther here. We do have a bit more of a pack racing kind of ordeal with these cars back here, like Michael Deach and Mason Hoffner, who Mason might have something going. He's fallen back a couple spots, but one of those new guys, Oskar Jensen, he's back here back in 20th. He's down 14 positions, but he's not giving up without a fight. He is definitely trying to push really hard to get back up there right now, and you can just see it's looking like it's just all throughout the field. It's just nothing but lots of fights. I mean, we got Stuart Harding there.
We saw Cody Leach come from the 17th spot to the 7th spot in only a few laps. So
Yeah.
there is a lot of passing here. There's multiple grooves.
But you can also see we got lots of people that are still close together. I mean, I honestly don't know how this car does with this track, but I mean, it feels like we definitely have got ourselves a lot closer racing as well. I mean, with a couple different groups, obviously, but otherwise, just kind of a lot of close racing. I mean, if you look at a lot of the intervals there, let me pull up the battle box real quick, just so we can see the actual intervals between cars. I mean, when they're in those packs together, it seems like people have got really close. I mean, look, Nick Vasquez is only, I mean, is basically right on the butt as Chris passes him, but otherwise, as you can see, mostly close. Otherwise, I mean, everyone else is pretty much within, either right on their bumper or within half a second of each other. So this is a lot of close quarter racing happening here as we see Vincent Mitchell have a bit of some accident happen there, and he kind of slid down to the apron and got back on the track though. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of close quarter racing, Bill.
Why don't we go down in one of those cars and check out, see how close it is?
I mean, because I can go down to, where is it? This. Let's go back. Where is it? Oh. Let's see, because we had, you can see right there, we have Nick Vasquez, isn't it? Yeah, right there. We got a 3 wide right there with Nick Vasquez, Mike Burnett, and Cody Leach right now on a 3 wide. I mean, you saw Mike went down the apron a bit there, and yeah, we are just packed together, and I mean, it's nice to see that because we haven't had a race where we really had a lot of constant close quarter racing, so to finally have a race where we just see that basically every lap, I mean, that's always fun to see.
But you see all those cars that just passed the 15?
Yeah.
Watching about 15 laps. Oh, can't get on the track, buddy. Watching about 15 laps when those cars start falling back because they used up their tires.
And we'll see. I mean, how many sets do they have? Also, there's a good shot to show how close they are. We got, I believe that's Vincent Mitchell on the inside of Cody Leach there. You can see he got past him, but this just shows how close they're getting. I mean, look at that. Look at that. They're right on each other's bumpers and right on each other's doors. I mean, it is, like you said, it's a very close quarter race. I mean, there's obviously what they're seeing from their point of view too, but let me go back to, got the gold, nose cam, if you will, here. But yeah, it's.
As you look through the field, there's still some big names back to the field still. You have Higginbotham, who is very fast in practice. You've got Cory Mott, who's still back there. And
Zach Saunders.
Maybe.
And we also have that Cody Porter, obviously, who's a big name. He's sitting back there too. I mean, and then we have, like I said, Cory Mott. We have, I mean, and then Stewart's back there. Oskar, that new guy, Oskar, he's kind of back in the pack. He's down 11 positions right now, but yeah, it does make you wonder: are these guys saving, or are they just thinking like they don't really want to? I mean, yeah, I guess you really don't want to push, but at the same time, we're already on lap 26. Stage 1 is at lap 45, so we are getting close to where if these guys do want to get anything from the stage, they might have to do a bit of pushing soon to try and get up there. I mean, if they're anywhere close to the top 10, which would be people like, some of the people we're looking at now. I mean, obviously we got Cody Leach, he's in P12, so he could maybe see if he could push his way up to the top 10 here. As we see him try and make a pass on Rodney Roberts there on the inside, couldn't make the pass, but he's definitely going to try again. I'm sure of it.
I believe all these guys are just waiting for the sun to go down the track. That's when you're going to see some real racing.
I believe we look at the weather.
The track temperature
91 right now. It's 91 degrees right now, so
91 degrees now?
Yep.
That's down from 100 and...
It was like 100, like 110 something.
Yeah, it was unreal.
Now that was also in the earlier session we were in. I don't know about
Yeah,
what
that is true.
But that doesn't mean that, obviously it's still gotten colder regardless. As you can see, Cody got really close to Alan Phillips there. I mean, he was riding right on his bumper there, as you saw.
And this was still very early in the race, only on lap 29, and we weren't sure if we were ever going to get to this point.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm sure these guys are loving how clean a race it is right now. I mean, it's obviously a lot of close quarter racing, but otherwise, it's very clean. These guys are very much battling each other, but in a way that obviously is not causing any wrecks. And you see the sun going down, like you said. Obviously, once we hit nighttime, we'll definitely have a colder track. And I mean, did you ever expect we were gonna have a night race tonight, Bill? Like, I think usually we have a lot of the day races and don't usually do too many at night, but the rain delay that obviously happened is we're gonna turn this into a night race.
Yeah, and look who's in the number 7 spot, Mr. Cherry. He started way back to the field. He's up. Well, he's only up 4 positions. I thought he was another one of those guys that started way back in the field.
No, but someone who definitely has, and well, 2 guys. And I'm only saying this obviously because of where they are. Don't think it's favoritism on this, but Chris Burnham and Mike Burnett, they're both up a lot of positions. Chris is up 23 positions, and Mike is up 16 from where they started in the race. So, I believe Chris was one of the guys who I think maybe put a lap down and ended up like smacking the wall or something, which obviously invalidated his lap, but obviously, as is expected, he's made his way back to the front.
A lot of those guys that we saw were very fast in the practice. They're also working their way back up. Yeah, Mr. Menke. He's up to 8th spot.
He's down a couple spots, looks like, though.
Yeah, he's just kind of settled in, though. He's enjoying himself.
Well, he's riding a little bit side by side with, looks like, Richard Cherry there.
But he's not pushing it when people are trying to pass him. He's not pushing it. He's not giving it to him. But he's just riding around right now, clicking off some laps. And he's still running competitive time. So I think he might be in a little safe mode.
Because you have to also remember, right now we're coming down to about 10 laps till the stage caution. So I would say anyone that's in the top 10 is definitely going to be trying to fight their way to keep in the top 10 if they can help it.
Absolutely, and now we're starting to see more of the regulars in the group, and they're in the top 10. And this is going to be big for a couple of those guys as far as points go. But
I mean, yeah, the usuals like Thomas Wolfe, Stephen Carlisle, Burnham, Burnett, Menke, Mitchell. So those are the guys. At least they're the regulars of MCRL. But we do have some new guys sprinkled in there, like Noah Hamilton, Diego Rodriguez, Richard Cherry. I don't believe Rodney is new. I feel like Rodney's been here, but I can't remember exactly, so I didn't mention him, but I believe Rodney's been here before.
But if you look at Rodriguez in that 24 car, he's running consistent laps, and he's been running very fast. So he's only 3.5 seconds behind.
I wonder what happened with
Whoa!
I wonder what happened with Noah there. He went into pits and then he just stopped. He jumped into pits. I wonder what happened. Let's go back and see real quick, because I caught where I saw him going into pits and he had something happen right here. Let me go to good old Far Chase here and we'll see.
Looks like Carlisle behind him.
Did he get hit?
Carlisle moved up to go on the outside.
It looks like he might have given Carlisle might have given him a little bit. Yeah, right there. I mean, but I don't think that would have been enough to send him in, though. It almost looks like he drove himself into the pits there.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
And then he just kind of parked it right there. I mean, he obviously did it the right way because he didn't cause a caution, so good on him.
Yeah,
he got himself off the track as safe as he could. Yeah. But again, like I said, he got off safely. That's what matters, obviously. He He did the right thing. He didn't want to cause a caution, so he got... right there. We just got our answer. I just saw him say in the Discord that his pedals disconnected for the first time ever. He's never had that issue before, and all of a sudden his pedals just disconnected on him.
Yeah, I figured something. That's what it looked like. Something had happened. So, but meanwhile, looking back up front in the '94 car, Mr. Wolfe is kind of running away from this thing a little bit. He's pulling up almost a 2.5 seconds.
Him and Carlisle are kind of doing this. You look right down the battle box, you can see Thomas Wolfe is over 2.5 seconds ahead of Carlisle, but Carlisle's over 2 seconds ahead of Diego Rodriguez.
Yeah, and those guys are starting to battle each other a little bit back in third and fourth, and that's just going to let these front two cars run away even further. So, good opportunity for these guys to get some distance in between them. They'd like to get a nice gap in between them, 3-4 seconds or whatever. Each other is. That's just cruising time right there, and that's how you control a race.
Yeah, I'd say right now this is probably our closest battle. I mean, looking at the. We have a caution. I see. Oh no! I see a Nick Vasquez in the mix. Looks like. Let me go to our trusty car chase. This looks like me. Oh, he came down and just came right back up and.
Well, it seems as the other car was having trouble holding his line too. I mean, am I mistaken in seeing that? Was he kind of all over the place?
Let me look and see. Let's look and see. So that is, I believe, the. Was it the? Can't tell. That would be the car of Rodney Roberts. So let's ride like this with Rodney and just see. So it looks like Rodney.
Oh, he's straight.
I mean, Nick just went down to the. I mean, all it was is that Nick went down to the apron, obviously, to not be running into Rodney, and then he came back up, but he just came up a little too much and bounced off of Rodney and sent himself sliding back. I mean, as we look back here and you see he did clip a couple other people. Obviously, we didn't see it there because I wasn't on Nick, but you can see right here after he gets loose, he goes sideways. 15 tries to avoid him. Zach can't avoid him there, and he just gets net coated. I believe that's Justin Bell. Sorry, Justin Bell got net coated by Nick, sent into the wall there.
But now, how much damage is that to the 15 car?
Well, let's find the 15 car real quick. I mean, it doesn't
look like it's got everything repaired. He'll be all set.
Back end looks fine.
Yeah.
Front end looks fine. So, but I can tell you, it's definitely not the same for Nick. I mean, he looks fine now, but
those guys are sitting there. The pit service is done, so they're getting work done to their car. So.
Justin's not going to go out for a bit, I can tell you that probably, because, I mean, he's got that old, as we call it, the old modified car there, so.
Nothing more sexy than a modified.
So. I mean, do you want, oh, wait, is Nick, did he go back out? He did, I mean, we can obviously talk to Nick if you want to, I guess, but, you know.
I don't know if we want to do that right now.
I was told to try and get more caution interviews, so I just put it out there. So.
What about one of the new guys?
Maybe. I mean, we could. I mean, I guess. What's the the reasoning? I guess to besides them being, I guess, new, but.
Well, we got a couple of guys in the top 10 that are running pretty well.
True. True. We could interview them if you want that, I guess.
Is it me? I feel like it's past midnight already.
It's an hour. It's 11 o'clock for me. So it's getting there. It is getting there. So you're not crazy for thinking that.
You got to remember, I'm old. You're young. One good thing is
to be honest, there's some days. To be honest, Bill, there's some days where I wake up and I feel like I am like some old person with the way I wake up. I'm like, oh God, what? Like I feel like I'm so out of it some days. So yes, but also I am so out of it some days when I wake up. It is bad.
Yeah, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield.
There's days when I wake up for work and I'm just like, nope, this bed, I don't want to get up, but then I obviously have to because work, but just,
Yeah, work for me is optional. I thought I was supposed to do a parade tomorrow, but I no longer have to, so I thought I was going to have to get up early in the morning, but nope, I'm sleeping till noontime if I can.
As it looks like the pace car is going to drop off with Thomas Wolfe and Mr. Carlisle running the front line there, as you can see.
Green flag.
We're going to go green. That is a amazing start again from Thomas Wolfe.
Yeah, he got a big jump on them already. Starting to do what he did last time. He wants to run away from these guys, get a little distance in between them, and just click off some laps. It's late for everybody now, and these guys want to just go to bed. One guy in particular, and we haven't talked about, I don't think he's in tonight's race, is our Flying Frenchman.
Oh, which that's also going to shake up that bracket then.
Yeah, because I don't see Paul Mézières in there.
I don't believe Caleb's here either. Because I think he was.
Oh, caution comes out again.
I'm trying to figure out what happened with it. I don't see anything besides the fact that it just goes to the front. So I'm not sure. Oh wait, was that stage?
Oh, it's on lap 47. Now we're on lap 48.
To be honest, the stage happened probably, and I just completely missed it. So y'all can yell at me for not seeing the stage. However, we got to obviously talking about stuff that was happening there. The tangents happened, and the stage, I guess, might have been missed there, possibly.
It's very late.
Yes, sir. Usually by this time, when the race goes good, we would be done. So this is
When the race goes bad, we're usually done by this time.
Yeah, even when the race goes bad.
Well, I'll just blame it on Cory Mott. My wife is already angry with Cory Mott. He told me that I'm not allowed to be a broadcaster anymore unless I buy a new Mozo wheel. So I had to go out and buy one just so that I could be in the broadcast booth. So we'll see what happens. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's what you're going to say happened. Got it. Whether that's actually the case,
I have witnesses. I would have to leave the league if I did not buy a Moza steering wheel. So that's what I was. That's how I interpreted it. But
Gotcha.
So speaking of which, where is Cory?
Mr. Cory is.
He's up the 14th spot. So
nice.
Kind of just slowly working his way up. 6 spots, and I don't think he's pushing anything at all. He's passing guys when he can pass them, but he's not truly racing yet. I told you, you're going to see him towards you're going to see him fall back a little bit and then move up. I thought he was going to start further towards the front, but he decided to start in the back. So
Yeah.
with the lap time that we saw Cory Mott running in practice, he either had a close call and almost hit the wall, or something happened to him for him to start back to where he was.
Yeah, but he is, like you say, he's just kind of, I guess, playing a game of survival around, just trying to not really push too terribly hard, obviously. Yeah.
That is a tough break for Hamilton in the 48. He was running.
Yeah,
so
he
well
was running
today.
so good.
Man, I've had that happen to me at North Wilkesboro in the trucks. A track that I'm usually not good at. Started way deep in the pack and was right up there. I think I was in the top 5 or just outside the top 5, and my steering wheel went on me. And it was so heartbreaking. And it always happens. I've had that happen to me when I was running in first in an official race.
Well, we are already at lap 50 though, so we are getting through this race as fast as we obviously can. We did. I will say though, I gotta commend these guys. We had an amazing green flag run there. Like we clicked off a lot of laps there before we had that caution just before this one. So I mean, these guys gotta be proud for just how many laps they've just basically just ran away with now. I mean,
well, it's nice to have a track with 3 racing lanes. I mean, that's one thing that
true.
But these guys, you're right. They had a couple of early cautions, and then we had a nice green flag run.
I mean, that was
now that the track is cooling off even more, the lights are on. I think we're going to see the speeds just increase and increase.
You remember how I said the track temp was at 91 earlier, Bill? We're at 88. I mean, and you can see it there because obviously I bring up the weather on the broadcast there, so you can see it's a little overlapping with the battle box. I'll admit that's just because of how it is, but it's got some info that we don't really need. But yes, as you can see, the track temp is 88, with the ambient temperature being 84.
So that's going to give this track a little bit more grip, and these guys are just going to get faster, and the racing is going to get better. So
I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find how many tires these guys had. I was trying to figure that out.
I believe it was 5 sets of tires.
4 extra sets. It was 4 extra sets, so 5 with the ones they had on them.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, and what a start by the number 7 car, Carlisle, and he timed that perfectly. And look at him battling on the outside. He's not giving up, and he wants to lead the lap.
Yeah, but I mean, he timed it well, but Thomas wasn't giving up there. I mean, you can see Thomas is already back ahead, but he does have the help of Chris and Mike there that were pushing him. But yeah, they didn't let Steven get that lead there at all. They immediately just said, no, Steven, no.
Yeah. And now he's kind of stuck in that higher lane, which hasn't really come into play yet. I think later on, when the track gets darker, that outside lane is going to be more of the preferred line. I think guys are going to be able to get more grip, and they're going to see the fact that they can rifle down the straightaways with all that momentum off that higher lane. Right now, though, it's obvious that it's not working for the 7 car. He falls back in line at about 3rd spot, and now everybody is in a big old choo-choo train down low.
Yeah, which, I mean, it's fair, honestly, because our next stage isn't until lap 90, so a lot of these guys are probably just going to go into just ride it out, not really try to push, because, we're not going to hit stage for a while.
Right now, you pretty much want to pass when you can. Wait for the guy in front of you to make a mistake. Let him drive in a little bit too deep, slide up the track.
And you just have that momentum.
Yep, the spotters are going off in these guys' ears. You're losing time in the car in front of you. You're gaining in the car in front of you. When you hear you're losing time, you automatically try a little bit harder. You start driving the car a little bit deeper. You start abusing those tires a little bit more. Next thing you know, you're falling further back or you're in the wall.
Yeah,
So,
and one of those other new guys, Richard Cherry, that we talked about, he's all the way up in P5 now.
yeah, and he's been very fast in the last couple of races. So let's see if he can break into he just missed the top 3 last time, I believe. So
Yeah.
we might see him on there, and he's going to come up and talk to us in the booth. But if you look now, we got the top 8 or 9 cars, all of them just in a one line, just following that one same line.
Let's look. It's all the way back to. I mean, you could probably count Allen in that and Ray Gill, maybe, but I would say it's almost the top 9. Looks like. Yeah, it's the top 9 kind of there. I mean, the back 2 here are a little loosely following that line, but they're still close enough that they are in that front pack's momentum. But past Ray Gill.
Yeah. And these cars here, you hook up like that, the draft actually does work here, and it's going to make you go faster, and they're going to be able to catch the group in front of them. So it's a very fast track here, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I know we didn't acknowledge it just because obviously I'll be honest, I missed where the stage was exactly because we had so many cautions happen right around each other there, or at least that one happened a little before the stage. But I believe Thomas was the stage winner. Besides that, I did not catch it just because, to be honest, totally missed it. Totally missed it. So
Cory's probably going to make you go out and buy a Monza wheel now, so we'll see what happens there.
No. But the leader of that second pack is obviously also going to be, it looks like it's going to be Zach Saunders with Steven Menke right behind him. And there's speaking of Cory, there's Cory right there with Hayden falling right behind, and Garth right behind him. And then Nick. And then in the third pack.
And, Griswold out there, he was running. He qualified a lot better than Cory did, and I bet you he's surprised to see him up there. But that's a battle for that little grid that we have, and with the bracket racing in this, that 0-0, you might want to think about putting the pedal to the metal a little bit, and catching the one car.
Because he needs to beat Cory, yeah. But
Cory Mott is a master at saving, so he's just running very consistent and picking off a car here, a car there, being very patient, and now he's moving forward. A couple other cars that are moving up too there in that little group.
Cody Porter, he's up 10 spots. He's moved his way back up to P16, looks like now. So
yeah.
Whoa. Wait, is it? Oh, that's earlier. Okay. I was to make sure I wasn't seeing anything else before. Okay. My thing is not. Come on, go down to my events viewer was not. There we go. Okay, now it's caught up. Let's see. We do have I would say a pretty. Yeah, we got obviously back up at the front. We have a very close battle with. Chris has passed Steven now, but obviously Steven's not giving up. He's just slid right in behind Chris there with Mike right behind Carlisle. As you can see, they are on each other's bumper. I mean, Chris is just probably pushing Thomas at this point, and Carlisle's just trying to stay in that draft as he does have Mike right behind him pushing him. And right behind Mike is someone that we haven't talked about too much, but obviously is in that same bracket thing, and that is Alan Phillips, which actually, funny enough, in the bracket, the head-to-head between Mike Burnett and Alan Phillips. So right now we have another one of the head-to-heads naturally in the race going against each other.
Yeah, and these guys know this too. They know.
All the drivers know this, yes.
Yeah, so that was time when almost halfway through this race. Well, a little bit less than halfway through this race. And these guys are battling already for
So
it.
another also matchup that's not, they're not right next to each other, but it is still in this top like 5. Steven Carlisle, who we've been mentioning all night, needs to do better than Vince Mitchell, who is only 2 spots behind him.
Yeah.
So it's just the brackets is making these natural battles now happen in the race, which obviously is good for us because that makes an interesting race for everyone. But it's just crazy how these drivers know this, and so now it's just happening to be that these matchups are just happen to be next to each other up here in the front.
Yep. And there's a couple more battles. You see Cory Mott now is up to 12th spot, and he's now pulled a little bit more of a gap away from the 00. So now you're starting to see Cory Mott just kind of, once again, kind of hanging around, just passing cars when he can pass cars. And there's the 00. He's almost side by side with the 1 car now. So there's battles everywhere right now. You got Cory trying to get around that 10 car. The 10 car is hanging really tough, but this is the beauty of this track, is so many lanes, and you see the 1 car now finally clear of it. Put a car distance in between him and the 00. Oh, and you see Griswold just kind of pushing a little bit, almost getting to the back of the 10 car. And look who else is there. You got the 22, and Nick Vasquez has just entered the picture as well.
He's right in front of them, yeah. And you have Cody Porter. He's been moving his way up slowly but surely. And also one of those new guys, Oskar, he's up in P8 now. He's riding right behind the other new guy, Richard Cherry. And also, with these new guys, if you guys watch this and we say your name wrong, please let us know, because I obviously do not want to say your guys' names incorrectly. We're just saying how we think they should be pronounced. But if you correct us, I promise you, we will say it correctly. So, please do correct us if we're saying them wrong.
Well, I know we have Cherry right.
Yeah.
A good friend of theirs, and I know that's the way you pronounce it. So we hit a home run on that.
I would say Oskar Jensen, that's got to be correct, because unless it's like Oskar or something but I think it's just Oskar is probably. So, yeah, probably right for the most part.
Yeah, look at the 21 car of Connor. He's way back. What happened to him?
21 car, wait.
No, he's back in 21st spot. Connor there.
Sean Connor.
He was 97 car.
Yeah.
He's only 7 seconds back, but I thought he was running a lot better than what he is. So he's still picking at it. Still plenty of time to get back into this thing. Now you're starting to see these battles up front. This group of cars, these 5 cars have been running very close together. They've been going back and forth. That 4 car, he was on the outside for a while. Now you see him on the inside. He was in the back of this pack. Now he's at the front of this pack. So
Yeah.
he's running very well in that. I think it's a throwback to Davey Allison kind of looking paint scheme, which I love.
You see side by side with Cory Mott there. We got some double file with them, and then also Nick Vasquez and Hayden right behind them.
Yeah. So
And then we have Garth that's just kind of watching the battle right now with Rodney right behind him. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of... There's so many battles happening that it's a little hard to obviously keep up with all of them. With how many battles we got going on right now. I mean, here's a good view right here with Carlisle being right behind Richard Cherry and Vince Mitchell. And the other guy we haven't talked about too much tonight, but he's up 24 positions, is Zach Saunders. He's right there with Carlisle.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned him, and we should have. He's up 20 positions.
He started in the back, and he was probably a part of those guys that I did not get to mention from the grid after that start. Because half the grid I didn't even get to mention because of how the start was. So
These cars are running really hard in this group, and now you see Carlisle kind of getting stuck on that outside groove, and I thought they were thinking about going 3 wide right there.
Whoa! There's Vince Mitchell! But he takes it off the track. He gets it off the track, and then he gets it safely back on. And that is going to be a beautiful save to make sure we did not get a caution at all. And also, Bill, just to tell you here, it's lap 76. These guys have been ticking off laps so well that we are getting close to the next stage caution.
That's right, lap 90. We only have about, 20
or so, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, these guys have been having such a good green flag run, which, I mean, when's the last time we've had a race here where it's actually been green flag like this? Is we see Mike and Oskar going side by side here for, looks like, I believe that is P4 technically.
And there's a lot of battles like this all over the place, but the guys are racing hard. It's great racing, but, they're not taking each other out. They're being very conservative. So this is what iRacing is about. These nice.
And this is the races we want to see in this series too. Is obviously the close racing, but close enough to where you obviously don't wreck each other. So, and where we actually have green flag runs, because that's where also some of the people's setups really shine is in the long runs, as we are seeing obviously with some of the people that are at the front. I would bet you a lot of these guys have setups that are very, very powerful when it comes to the long run, and we have had quite the long runs here.
We have, and especially with the track temperature dropping the way it's dropping, and it's just getting darker and darker. This race is going to get faster and faster.
Somehow the track is hotter. I don't know how. The track has went up.
Once we get to lap 50, I think lap 150 is going to be the green flag to go to try to win this thing. So that's what all these guys are trying to race to. But we only have 20 laps left till we get into our next stage lap.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking here. You have a couple little duos here of some close battling with that being Stephen Carlisle and Richard Cherry, and then right behind them Zach Saunders and Stephen Menke. We do have a 3-car kind of 4-car really. I'd say 4-car battle back here in P14 with Cory Mott leading it, with Nick Vasquez right behind them, Hayden Higginbotham behind that, and then actually it's more than 4 cars really when you count those guys behind Rodney there. But some close racing here back kind of mid-pack-ish, if you will.
Now, if you remember that 22 car, he was involved in an earlier wreck, and he had significant damage. He's gone in and fixed his car enough. You'd think that maybe he'd be a lap down. No, he's not. He's battling up front here. He's trying to get back into the top 10. Great run from that 22 guy.
Mm-hmm. Going back up here, obviously we got the very close battle happening right there with Stephen Carlisle and Richard Cherry there. I mean, this is just a beautiful sight. We got the night, the track lights on. It's getting late. The night's coming out here, and these guys are just racing. I mean, they're putting on a show. They're putting on a clean race, and that's what obviously we like to see. And I would not be surprised if the race keeps going like this. I would not be surprised if we hear some good words from Gordon, from Cory, and all that. Because I mean, this is so far. And knock on wood, jinx it, all that stuff. This race has been very good so far. Lots of close racing, lots of battling, and just we're going green. I mean, that's again. I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record, but it's nice to actually have a race like this, because this is where we can truly see people shine when it comes to actually having long green flag runs.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's go inside the cockpit of the number 6 car, Menke. Let's take a look at that battle of those 4 cars in the back. Get inside the car and
Let me see. No. Which one? We got
There you
this
go.
one.
Let's see how much he's tossing that steering wheel around. Nice and steady. He's not jerking the wheel at all. It seems like his car's running pretty well right there. And,
Whoa!
going a little bit higher.
Oh, he got loose. Oh, no, it doesn't even matter. He got loose, but it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
Is this the jinx of the curse of the booth?
I don't know. And there's also his racer as well, but here, we'll go back to this one. Because that's not going to matter, yeah. That was not going to matter, so... Okay, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, these guys, remember, he's the fifth car in the back of this pack right now. So you got cars in front of him that they have guys on the front of the cars and guys in the back of it.
Let's see if we can move up to Zach here. You can see obviously there's how close Menke is to Zach, right there.
They go around the other car, the lap car there. So. And the sixth car diving down low, trying to get in there, see if he can hold that line. And he's going to get him. Clears him coming off the corner. Nice move.
I believe.
Man, I tell you what, I think it is the curse of the booth because it seemed like he got loose while we were inside the car, and the other car just went right by him.
Well, yeah, so Menke's now obviously up, but he's still down a couple positions, but he's moving his way back up. But to go back up a bit to the front, Oscar's been sneaking his way up to the front. He's up in P3 now, and we're only 2 laps away from that stage caution. And if he wants to get anything higher than a P3 in this stage, he's going to need to try and hope that maybe he can find some way to catch Chris, but I don't know if he will. I mean, he's less than a second off of Chris, but...
No, he's not going to catch him.
He's not going to catch him, no. I mean, we're already down to lap 89 here.
And you know, it's funny is I was thinking that the stage lap was on lap 100. I keep looking at lap 100 as the cutoff for this race, but yeah, it's going to come across right here. So looking for the top 10 cars across the finish line, and then the caution's going to come out, and these guys are going to need this break. This was a nice, long green flag run, but I bet you it's going to take a little bit of toll on some of these drivers. They're tired right now. It's getting late.
A lot of these guys have been out for 47 laps, as you can see there. But obviously, we're going to see. So let's jump back to the back and see here, because this is where it's going to matter right here. As we have Stephen Carlisle and Zach Saunders, which it's going to. Right now, the way it's looking, that means that, yeah, Zach Saunders will be that 10th place car, and Thomas Wolfe will be that first place car.
Yeah, and now the caution comes out. Only our 5th caution of the night. Lap 91 stage caution.
Oh, we don't have. Now, I do know also we've been told to also try and get stage winner interviews. So how about after we know that he's gotten down to pits, we can go ahead and talk to our good old stage winner there, Thomas Wolfe. I believe he also didn't he also win stage 1?
Yes, he did.
And yeah, we'll make sure once he gets into pit lane safely here that we'll talk to him, because I don't want to mess him up until he's at least in pits, because then we know he's safely stopped and gotten his strategy going and all that stuff. So we'll wait here a second, but once these guys are headed into pits here, we'll go and get a word with Mr. Wolfe.
And he's putting on a clinic tonight too. He's just dominated this race.
I believe he's. I don't know if he's. I don't think he's led every lap though. Could
Not
be wrong.
every lap, but he's just once he got the lead, that was just kind of it. And he's just run so strong.
Let me go ahead and grab Mr. Wolfe here and move him up into the booth.
Yeah, let's get him. Let's let him pit first before we interrupt.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, and then we will see as he is into his booth. All right, there we go. All right, we got Thomas up here in the booth, and Mr. Stage Winner. How's the track feeling, man?
Oh, it feels nice. With the lower temps, I just need to. I just lost my my lead.
Oh, that wasn't on. I don't think that was on us though.
No. I just spun my tires going on my stall. Anyways, what was I saying? No, this track sucks. It feels terrible.
No, you were saying it was feeling good. You just.
Yeah. I'm okay. It feels good. Lower temps. Been able to save pretty well. A little bit slow coming out of the gates on the start. So hopefully I can find some pace for those inevitable late race cautions. But we'll see. I feel like all season I've won many stages and followed it up with DNFs, so I'm hoping I can finish well here.
Yeah,
well, that's what we want to see. You've been running very fast the last couple of races, and you've pretty much dominated this race. I mean, you're going to start second, but the way you've been running, it seems like once you get a bunch of laps in, you just get stronger and stronger. So it seems as if your setup is right, but what lap is going to be your time to start really racing for the win?
I mean, I guess if we get the green flag stops coming out of there, taking the inventory where I'm at, depending on if I have a lead or if I'm chasing the leader, then it's time to push. So can't really give a specific lap number too much that could happen, I guess.
Well, bud, good luck to you. Hopefully we're going to be talking to you at the end of this thing. And second spot on this restart, but you've had the strongest car all night, so good luck.
Yep, thanks, guys. Thanks for sticking around and broadcasting.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, I mean, hey, we stuck around because it's 4th of July tomorrow. A lot of us, some of us still do have to work tomorrow, but not a lot of us do, so it's not a big deal to have to stick around. So
we're sticking around because Cory Mott said he was going to fire us. That's why we're still here. Let's be honest, Austin.
No, I stuck around because obviously I was the one providing you guys with that throwback race. So I was using my computer to dig up that old race.
That was a lot of fun to watch too. We're going to have to start doing that more often. Hopefully we won't have any problems, but maybe one night where we don't have a race, we'll just pump it up.
Yeah.
Lights are off. The pace car getting ready to go green again on lap 96. Well, we'll be taking the green flag on lap 96. And then we're going to have one more pit stop. I think the next pit stop is going to determine the end of this race. So whether it's from a caution or a green flag,
yeah,
I know all these guys are hoping that they don't have to pit under a green flag.
But the way that this race has been going, though, Bill, I mean, it feels like that could happen, honestly.
It could, especially after that last stage on green. Let's see who can get the good jump here. Wolfe has been notorious for getting good jumps. Can he keep up with Burnham on this time? And it looks like Burnham gets a good car length out front, and Wolfe is struggling to hang on to the second spot from Menke. Menke got a great start.
Just kind of doing the gold. Oh! Couple cars just absolutely hitting the wall, but they recovered, it looks like, and I mean, we are still green. So, yeah, no, that was definitely... Whatever happened, it didn't really affect anyone because we're not yellow. Whoa! Oh my gosh! We gotta go back and see that. That was what happened there. Oh my! That is, who was that? That was Rodney Roberts. That was the 19 car of Rodney Roberts. Let's Let's go ahead and rewatch that because oh my gosh,
Well,
was
back
that?
up a little bit. Back up a little bit because oh no, back up. Keep going. Keep going. Watch this. The 19 car. Oh yeah, there was a lot more to that story.
Let me see if I can get a better angle on that one, huh?
It looked like he came into that corner way too hot, got underneath the 15 car, and that happens. Still hasn't recovered, and Vasquez is just coming along with the normal head of steam, and he doesn't realize that the 19 car is very slow, and man, that's what happens right there.
I don't think we've had a flip really in these races happen all too often, Bill. So, well, that's going to give Cameron a run for his money, as he's always called, Mr. Flips Romano, and yet we have the 19 car just on his hood.
Yeah. And what about Vasquez? How much damage did Nick Vasquez get out of that?
Where is Mr. Vasquez?
Right there in the 22. Right there. Hold up. You're going to see him get checked up in the corner right here. Vasquez is going to come along normal head of speed and doesn't realize what's going on. And I think he got out of it pretty well.
Oh, yeah. No, he just basically... There was another car. I didn't see who it was that was also... Oh, that was the 66 of Ray Gill.
Oh, man.
That got caught up in it as well. You can see right here. He's actually the car that pretty much caused Rodney Roberts to go onto his side because he kind of pinned him against the wall there. As you can see, that's what caused then Ray to go spinning.
Yeah, right in front of the 00 that almost took out
wow. Oh.
And then, is that Cory Mott right there? Cory Mott just barely
squeezed by. Let's see. Ray is in pits, no shock. Karen Romano, he got damaged in that, looks like. And Rodney Roberts as well. We had at least I'd say three or so cars maybe. Looks like that all got damaged there.
Yeah, that was a close call for a lot of guys. And you look up though, man, there's a little bit of a shake up front. The number 15 car, Cody Leach, is now in 9th position. So who was Cody Leach? Who was he battling in this grid?
Cody?
Yeah.
Zach Johnson.
Who's not here tonight.
Which would pretty much put him at a default moving forward.
He gets the free pass anyways, but he's running really well right now in 9th spot.
Oh, we'll see. I mean,
we have 88 laps left.
Check update on Bell and Mitchell. Yeah, wait. I do wonder, how is Justin Bell doing? Is he okay? Justin Bell's not even in anymore. Is Vince even in anymore? Either I don't believe both of them have. Looks like quit. We're being told to check. I'm wondering if this is with this or if it was with a different Rick, but being told to check Hayden's POV on that, maybe? Oh, I see what he means, yeah. Let's see real quick if we can get this real quick without it taking too long here. He said to check his POV on that, I think. Oh my gosh! Oh wow! Oh wow! That is wow. Okay then.
Well,
yeah, Hayden.
We should check that from the car that went over on its roof.
Well, we'll have to check that later as we're going green, green, green.
And oh man, is Wolfe trying to get a run on that outside lane? And he wants back up front in that 94 car. His car handles very nice out front. I don't think it likes it in second place. I don't think it likes that dirty air at all.
I don't think so either. Indeed.
Oh, man, the 45
Oh.
almost on the back of the 6 car. Whoa, man, some real evasive maneuvers right now as Phillips dives underneath the Jensen. Now Jensen's back in front of the 5 car. These two are battling back and forth every foot.
We are going side by side constantly. As you can see, it's just tight fighting everywhere right now. This whole, really, I'd say probably the whole field, honestly, to some degree. Because we see, I think that was Chris that just got really loose and kind of smacked the wall a bit there. And yeah, we're single file now, but it looks like, mostly. I say that as looks like that was Cody Leach and Cody Porter. They were side by side. Cody just that was a dirty dive on Mike. I mean, he's lucky he didn't take Mike out there. That was something. Oh my gosh. He had the momentum and he didn't let up.
That was a really close call right now with these guys. And the problem is we saw one big one already this race in the beginning of the race. So let's hopefully that doesn't happen again. These guys need to settle down a little bit. There's still 84 laps left to go. Still a long way to race. So settle down a little bit. Get back in your pace. Click off some laps. Just wait till lap 150. Then you can go crazy.
Yeah, as you can see right there, obviously, pretty much the entire field is single file. Oh, whoa! I'm going to go back on that real quick, actually, because I just saw what happened there. I just caught it at a tail, corner of my eye there. You can see right here. You can't see it very well, but looks like Oskar got up into Thomas there, sent Thomas flying up, but luckily, obviously, Thomas recovered. But,
wow!
Yeah, no, Oskar got a really hard dive into Thomas there. I mean, luckily, it looks like obviously it didn't phase him. Thomas is back in front of Oskar with no problem. But I'm glad I caught that because I saw that as they were coming through the turn, and I knew I needed to go back and look at that again because that was wow.
Well, after Jensen's tap, obviously it wasn't intentional, and the fact that he let Wolfe recover and then retain his position back in front, that's just great sportsmanship by the 45, and kudos to him for that. Both of those guys for not causing a big wreck because that would have been ugly.
We do got some more close core racing here with it was almost a 3 wide there with Menke, Allen, and Cody Porter, but we got some more just kind of double file, racing there as you can see right behind them. If I can go back a little bit further here in the back, there we go. Kind of show everything going on there. It was a little bit double file. Now it's single file, of course, by the time I go, I won't show it. But, let's look. Is that Zach Saunders and Stephen Carlisle? That is indeed. They were kind of sort of side by side with each other there. But it's
some great battles everywhere on this track right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, Burnham's still holding off Mr. Wolfe. So I guess being in the front is the nice place to be. Nobody wants to be in that dirty air. The 6 car, the 04 car, he's come battling back after his near miss earlier in the race.
I think. Wait. We have a. Oh, we have a 3. Well, it was a bit 3 wide there, but oh, wow, wow.
Wow. That, that's a little close right there. And we've already seen one net code earlier today that
Oh.
Let's take out. I don't know if I can push a net code that close.
Let me go back here to. We are definitely riding on the fine line of what will cause a wreck or not at this point. Whoa! We have Nick come up into Thomas there for a minute, looks like. As Mike gets a pass on Cody there.
Oh, man, Nick Vasquez almost took a brand. Wow, these guys are racing really hard right now. And I don't know, they're kind of further back in the pack. Maybe they feel like this is the time that they get a move.
Maybe. I mean, it's like it's Vasquez and Thomas that were side by side there. We'll see how this goes.
These guys are running really hard.
I mean, hey, they're putting on a good race, and we're going green flag. I mean, we're already up to lap 115 now of this race. I mean,
yeah, we are, and
we've only had like
guys
5 cautions with the 2 stage cautions included. I mean, I will say though, I hope these new guys don't think this is how all the races go, because they're in for a rude awakening, especially probably at a Chicago street course.
Well, street courses are always a mess. Doesn't matter what league, what series. They're a mess. They're a nuisance, and to be honest with you, I can't stand them.
Well,
so,
it also doesn't help with Chicago street course that it's so tiny.
It is. Oh
no!
Vasquez involved!
Whoa! What was that? Oh my gosh! We need to go back. We were on that as it happened. There was no like, oh, we need to go find the wreck. That was in front of our eyes as we sit here.
It seemed like
wow. Seemed like
the
Volano
34 car just came in and just total dive bomb on the 15 car, took him out, and then took the 22 out. Wow. That's, yeah, wow. That's,
See here, it looks like he dove to the inside of the 15 trying to make it past him. He got loose and headed down into the apron there, then came back up and just collected the 15, went sideways, and as a result, in collecting the 22, and that looks like that's about the extent of the damage on who got caught up in that.
Wow, that was, yeah.
And no surprise, we do see a lot of guys coming into pit lane here.
Yeah, that's one of those incidents that, makes you wonder what was that guy thinking. But we've all, in whatever race we've been in, some days we have great races, and other days you make mistakes like that, and that's how you learn. And unfortunately, it took a couple of guys out, and I think there's definitely going to be an end of the longest line on that one.
And it looks like Chris beat Thomas back out of the pits again.
But look, we got a little bit of a shakeup, because if you look up front, we had a couple of guys stay out.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how good that'll be for them to stay down. I mean, we know. I mean, I'm sure with the time. How cold is the track actually? Let me look and see.
Well, Carlisle's been around.
It's back to 88, so.
Yeah, Carlisle's been around. He knows how good his car is. So, but I don't know. I think I think Carlisle is saving his equipment, and he wants to get closer to that lap 150 area to change those tires. So he's holding on to that last lap, that last set of tires. So definitely a strategy move right now by that 7 car.
Possibly, yes. Possibly. We will see here. As I believe that is John Connor. Yeah, it is right beside him. So that is an interesting name to be mentioning.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that my fee for announcing doubles at midnight.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure Cory will agree with that. After all, I don't get paid to be here, so he still pays me nothing.
No,
we get punchy late at night.
No, when it doubles, that's whenever it turns into a penny pay. Of course, you get a single penny. It's like, oh, it's doubled now. Here's a penny. You're welcome. But
yes.
Well, we're getting there though. We are getting there though. The fun thing as well to say is that this race, at least according to according to SDK, gaming, and how long it says the race has been going for, it's just about 9 minutes shy of being an hour and a half, which is unusual for a MCRO Cup race. I feel like.
You say that, but that's what's happened.
Not as much as we would like. Yes. I'm not saying it hasn't happened before. I'm just saying it's not as common. As we do see a couple guys getting shuffled back. It looks like Connor and the two that we saw at the front got shuffled back farther in the pack now.
Sounds like Austin's trying to swipe left on the old MCRL.
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to give these guys credit for having a clean race, basically, because we know how races usually go here.
It's been an awesome race so far. Great side-by-side action. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how older tires last against new tires. So, Carlisle on the inside, Burnham on the outside. And this is going to be interesting. So, lap 120. Getting close.
Indeed.
Green.
And Carlisle gets a very good...
Wow, holy cow.
Right there. And guess who's back in front?
Still Carlisle.
Yeah, and he's had a great car all night long, and now, man, he's ripped off about a 10-car length lead on Burnham right off the bat. So it doesn't seem like older tires have mattered on the first lap, but let's see what happens in about 10 laps when these things get nice and hot.
So obviously that, like I was saying, it seems like with a lot of tracks and with setups, it's all about that long run. So, yes, he may get to the lead now, but yeah, we'll see how the long run fares for him.
Oh. Oh, man. Oh, there's nothing worse than sending a picture to the wrong person. And oh, you see the 45 car doing that dive bomb move again on the 7 car, but this time everybody's
What'd
getting
you-
away with it. I think you're starting to see more grip.
What'd
And,
you-
oh,
Whoa! Whoa! Thomas taking that apron to try and get around there, as you saw. Oh, that
you
was.
see Wolfe trying to get back up front. His car just hasn't been the same since he had to come in for that last pit stop, and he's just begging to get back out front.
But you can see he's definitely doing really good though. That is for sure. He's turning it around as he is making some moves, and he is trying to get back up there. He is not going to let. He's not going to let Oskar get away. That's for sure. He is saying, "Get you get back over here, Oskar." As we get a yellow flag. For what reason? Oh, I see some names. Okay, let's see.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what happened here. Let's see. I see some names. Let me go ahead and see. So we got. Is this the one? No, that's the old one. What the? Wait a minute. I went to the wrong one. I was not. That was the old one. I was not scrolled down enough down in our event thing. Sorry about that, guys. That was the one we already talked about. Give me a minute here. Apparently, my event viewer was not far enough down here, so I do not know yet what has caused that caution until I can. How many events did I miss? Okay. Bear with me here. Okay. It doesn't show me. Trying to figure out what happened and why we have a caution. But I'm not seeing anything. Let me flick through the field here and just see. I'm not seeing anyone that's wrecked, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what caused that caution. That's unless someone can give us an update. Oh wait, someone said something about the 34. Oh, right there. That's what caused it. There's our answer. I found it now. Okay. Cool. I just love when the stuff that I use obviously doesn't show this, and I have to play detective. As you can see, 34 come down to the 15, just slid up big time, and just killed the 34 right on the spot.
Oh boy, you know how I feel about Cody Leach. I'm wondering if that's a little payback.
I was gonna say that looked very retaliation-like. That looked. I mean, I know you love your boy Cody Leach, but you gotta admit, Bill, that looked very much like retaliation-esque there. That was very rough on his end. That is for sure. Not looking good for him on that, so. So Mr. Burns still held down the lead, obviously, though, but I do wonder.
Yeah, I'm just watching the replay on that, and Yeah. Wow. Wow.
doesn't look good for Cody.
Yeah.
Well, interesting choice by Oskar. He elected to line up behind Chris instead of taking the outside line where Thomas is on the outside now. Very interesting choice to let Thomas basically essentially pass him.
Oh, I'm getting some funny text messages right now, and I wish I could share them with the group. But we have 58 laps to go. A lot of these guys still haven't used their last set of tires. So they're hoping for one more caution. So let's see what Mr. Wolfe can do with Mr. Burnham this time.
Mm-hmm. And again, Oskar elected to go behind Chris.
Green, green, green.
But
great jump by the great jump by Wolfe on that. He timed that perfectly.
Well,
they're teaming, aren't they?
So I think so. The reason why I said it was an interesting choice for Oskar to do that is, even though obviously this is, I mean, they're teammates because they probably were able to time that jump because of that fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they just want to get out front and kind of run away and then battle each other. But now you're starting to see those tires on. Was it Wolfe who? No, Wolfe did get new tires, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
So
that's why I said. That's why I also said I was like, I don't know why Jensen did what he did there, because he very clearly just basically let the teammates essentially control the restart from both lanes there. And as you can see, they are ahead. Not by much. Not by much at all. But they are. But Cody's been working his way up, and so right behind him has been Mike. Mike is up in the P7. Zach Saunders, who we haven't talked about a lot all night, he's up in P5 now.
talk about where did he come from?
Exactly.
Yeah, and look who's in the top 10 position.
Mr. Mott.
Yeah. So he was back in around the 15th spot, dealing with all of that earlier. Now all of a sudden he's in the top 10, and with 50 laps left to go in this thing, you got to look at him. Where is he going to finish? I bet you he's going to finish at least in the top 5 again, and just continue to run away with the points lead.
Yeah, but also someone right behind him who, I believe the week before last, had dealt with a race suspension after getting too many ICs. Stuart Harding Walker, the Rocket Man, he's up in 11th. I don't remember how well he did last week, but I do know last week was his first race back after that suspension. And this week he is now coming back in full force. Like I said, he's in 11th now out of the whole field. So he's showing that he may have had that suspension, but he is not done.
No, not by any means. And, he started way back in the field of this thing, and he's worked his way forward. And we've seen him be very fast a few times. So I believe he was back in our last race and did very well. He's a very fast driver, and he just needs a little bit of luck to close one of these things. And now you're starting to see him battle a little bit more with Cory Mott.
I mean, like I said, he's done races with us because he did end up with ICs 2 races ago and couldn't do the race two races ago ever, and only came back after that suspension last week. So
yeah, Yeah, there was a few guys that came back, and we're good to have them back. Nobody likes to see anybody
Yeah, exactly.
get put in the penalty box. But I may or I may not have been there once or twice before, but I tell you, it still wasn't my fault. But that's neither here nor there. But now we're looking out front, and Burnham is doing everything he can to get away from Wolfe, and he just can't. And now you see in the top 12 cars, 15 cars, all single file, coming across to hit lap 140. 48 laps left to go in this thing once they cross that start-finish line.
I gotta say, we may have had that rain delay, but these guys said, don't worry, we're finishing this race fast. We may have had the race be delayed. It may have became a night race, but that doesn't mean we're going to let this be a long race. They have made sure that this race went by so fast.
They did. They have clipped off some great green flags. You've still had us a couple of cautions, which put a little excitement into this thing. And now we're seeing just a nice shootout to the end of this race. It's now just a regular Saturday night shootout.
Can you really have a race without cautions? I mean, obviously we don't want cautions, but if you don't have some cautions, then it means the field's not truly racing enough, is what I say. Like, obviously we don't want too many cautions, but to still have some is not a bad thing. It just means that people are actually racing hard, that's all.
These guys are really starting to click off some laps right now. That distance in the front is still about the same. Why don't we jump in? Let's jump into that number 45 car. Let's get in the in-car camera there. Let's see what it looks like up to the top three. There you go.
There we go.
And what's nice about night racing like this is there's no glare on the track. There's no sunlight in your eyes coming down the back straightaway or going into the corner, because that's where man, and Jensen pushing it a little bit too hard right there. This is an oval track. You're not supposed to turn right like that.
Only turn left. Come on now.
Yeah, well, no, a few minutes ago he was turning right. He just had a moment right there. He broke loose and lost a little bit on the car in front of him, but let's see how he does this corner. It seems like he might be a little bit tight on entry and maybe a touch loose off, but definitely pushing it a little bit more now, burning up that tire a little bit more. But he's just trying to get back up to these top three and stay with them to hopefully have a good shootout at the end of this thing.
Yeah.
See him kind of fall back a little bit from those top two cars.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to see Wolfe fall further behind Burnham. And one guy that I'm really sorry to see slide back is Carlisle. He was running so well. Now he's out of the top 10. Still some time left for him to get back up here, though. Still some time left.
So can't count out yet. We still have lots of laps.
Yeah, we do. So give him some time. A pit stop. We know we're going to have one more pit stop. So anytime now, if we get a caution at any time from now to the end of the race, you're going to see just about everybody coming in for that last set of tires if they have them.
Yep, it is fair. That is true. I would be interested to know how many guys have saved a set to this point.
Yeah, and if you don't have a set of tires, man, you're gonna drop like you're towing an anchor, because now we've had enough laps where it's probably gonna affect your tires a lot more. But if they don't have a set of tires left, they're gonna be doomed. I was starting to see Carlisle get past the 29 car. Cory Mott still moving up. He's still in the
Yeah.
10th position. Menke up there in 9th in the 6th car. It's good to see him.
Cherry right in front of him.
Burnett in the 39. Porter in the 84 car, or is that 54 car? I can't see. I'm half deaf.
The 04.
The oh, okay. All right. That's what I see. I'll take your word for it. And then where did he come from? Kevin Harvick Award goes to the 91, Mr. Saunders. I think he was driving the Harley at the beginning of this race. All of a sudden jumped in the car and came out of nowhere up in 5th spot. Good run for him.
Yeah, he indeed did sneak up here. But here he is.
He is battling with that 04 car. In front of him is the 5 car. And Phillips, he's had a couple of close calls tonight. Jensen, he's had a couple of close calls tonight. Had one a little while ago while we were with him. And then Burnham and Wolfe, the teammates, once again battling in the front of this thing. And, man, they'd love to see this thing go green to the end. But I don't know if that's going to happen. We have 38 laps. Yeah. Do they have enough fuel to go?
You know, we should have asked what the fuel window was. That's on us.
Yeah. These guys are really starting to push the boundaries a little bit more and more. And now you're starting to see Wolfe going underneath Burnham. The teammates definitely not saving with each other. They're battling from the front of this thing. Burnham still has the edge there coming across, and now this time Wolfe.
I mean,
trying to
either
get a
they're
little bit more on that
either
bottom line.
they're either battling or they're trying to also maybe pull a sort of block both kind of viable lanes. I mean, it probably is that they're battling, and I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt type of thing. But it just, to me, it looks like they're trying to play, severe defense essentially.
No, they're definitely battling. I'll tell you why. Because them going side by side is just going to bring everybody else closer to them and cause even more problems. This is the lead right here, and Wolfe I think Wolfe had enough, and he wanted to lead back, and now this is what you're seeing. And, Jensen even gets by Burnham right there. So now it's going to be Jensen. We're going to see what the 45 has.
If he can keep up with Thomas, then yeah. Because Thomas is trying to run away. But also, we have seen all night how well Thomas does by himself. So I wonder if it was battling, but also just because then maybe they just know that Thomas can really lead well. I don't know. I'm probably giving him too much benefit of the doubt. It was probably just that they were battling, and Thomas was the one that won the battle. Simple as that.
We're going to think there's still plenty of time left to go in this thing, and things could change. Right now, everybody knows that the end of this race is coming. So they're going to push it even more. They're going to try to get that one last position, and that's when they drive their car too deep, too far, and they just can't control it. And then next thing you know, you've got 6 or 7 cars in the fence. So right now, these guys are trying to find a balance of what's safe and what's not. They want to start racing. They have to start racing, especially if you're outside that top 10. But the problem is you don't know how much your car can handle to the end of this thing. And right now, you see Jensen still doing everything he can to catch Wolfe. Now, Porter and Saunders are getting around Burnham. So I'm wondering if Burnham has burnt up his stuff trying to get back around Wolfe.
Sure.
I knew one car. Man, has he had a great night tonight. No matter what happens to him.
I mean, some of also the new guys as well, they've had some good nights as well at this point, too. Oskar, Richard, I mean...
Menke, he's had a great run tonight.
Yeah.
And Cory Mott, who's starting way in the back of this thing. He's moved up, now he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. We're about to start lap 159 here.
Yeah, and not only that is Mott has just beat the 00 across the line. The 00, I believe, is in 13th or 14th position. 14th. So right now, Cory Mott is winning that battle.
Man, especially for the drivers that are already locked in. Obviously, again, they do want playoff points, but I would say maybe if it's on their mind that the playoff drivers that are locked in might at this point be both going for the playoff points, and again, if it's on their mind, maybe to make sure that they win that that battle, because there is money on the line for the person who wins the bracket as a driver. So even if you aren't, if you're actually one of the drivers that's in that bracket, you still want to move on because each position in the top three there at the end of it all gets money. I mean, because it'll all culminate at the Brickyard. At the Brickyard, race, that's where this whole bracket will culminate. And the driver who gets first in that bracket gets $25, second gets $15, and third gets $10. So if I was any of the drivers that are locked in, I mean, obviously I still want to race to get playoff points, but I would be trying my hardest to make sure I win my head-to-head here tonight, because that's the only thing that's going to help you turn around and get that money. Otherwise, you can kiss that money goodbye, basically, if you don't win your head-to-head tonight.
Yeah, and a lot of guys out there right now, they don't want to think about it, but they're trying. And right now, these guys are... Man, I'm getting text messages.
Did you get enough text messages over there, huh?
But a friend of mine's getting text messages. He's in trouble with his girlfriend right now, and I'm just laughing. You poor guys with your girls, man. Thank God I'm old.
Jesus. We do not care about the... No, I'm joking. I'm not going to finish that sentence. I'm not going to finish that sentence, because if I do, I feel like I'm going to get in trouble from someone from far away. I don't know. But... I'm gonna just get that feeling of someone staring daggers whenever you can't see him. But look at that, Cody Porter. He's moved up there with Oskar.
It's time that our lap counter has switched to 25 laps to go.
Isn't that always a beautiful time in a race when you see that happen?
25 laps to go. Now, if there's a caution at this time in the race, it's going to be huge for a couple of guys.
Oh, for sure.
So let's see if this is going to go green or what is going to happen. And right now, Wolfe is starting to pull away a little bit from the 45 car. So I don't know if he's starting to just settle in and just taking the lead and just saying goodbye to these guys or what. But once that 04 car starts to battle the 45, that's going to give Wolfe plenty of time to get away and get a big distance in between him and those two cars. Huge factors going on right here for the end of this race. And these guys are now, man, they're getting caught up behind Cody Leach. So Cody Leach just lets them by, actually. Good sportsmanship there. Glad to see that. But these guys are starting to slow each other up a little bit. That speed is slowly starting to get larger and larger. And now Porter comes across. And, oh, man, in the head of that lead is... You see that car get a little bit squirrely up Porter.
Yeah. And, yeah, they're also hitting the one fun thing that happens a lot, if you're doing really good in a race, and that is lap traffic. Obviously, you already saw we They went past Leach there, but as we see in past races, we know how important lap traffic can be and how much that can absolutely help or hinder, a leader. And in this case, it's definitely probably helping because they've got to get around. They got to try and catch up to Thomas, but they also have to not run into lap traffic.
Yeah, well, Porter is slightly closing that gap just a little bit. We're going to see what Porter is made out of right now.
Oh, for sure.
He's been his way forward. He's been fast, and now we see him in second spot, and it's at the end of this race. Can he catch Wolfe? And once he catches him, he's going to be able to get around him. Right now, its lead is just about a half-second of lead. It closes short just a little bit in the corner, but Porter always seems to be able to drive away on the exit. I mean, not Porter, Wolfe.
Yeah.
Wolfe's car is handling better off the corner, and that's where you want to be. And now Porter can't even get close enough to him as he did last lap. So I think Wolfe, I think this is in Wolfe's command right now with 18 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line.
And there. Well, no, they haven't crossed it yet. They're down the backstretch right now. Trying to see if there's anything else crazy going on here. We got not really any. So, one thing that seems interesting is we haven't really hit any. We're not having as many close battles. I think it's just because obviously everyone's kind of having issues with their tires, obviously getting kind of spread out, and I think that's causing the field to get back into that kind of, spread out sort of thing now because, we're not really seeing too many cars battling, at least with more than just, two cars. It's kind of like some, car-on-car battle, and that's really it seems like. And I'm wondering if that's just because people's tires are giving up.
I think at this point it probably is, and these guys are tired. This has been a long race in the making, and if you think about it, for the rain delay that we had, you pretty much could have run this race that we have just run. So, even though they're not racing, just sitting around wondering whether or not they're going to race, that does take a toll on you.
Yeah.
And now these guys, there's no more pack racing. It's all kind of single file, and now it's kind of, you're running what you got, especially now we have 16 laps to go. They're just trying to click off sometimes, but I will tell you this, Porter is catching Wolfe now. He's only 2.25 seconds behind Wolfe, and that was a half-second lead a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's getting interesting. 15 laps to go. What's going to happen here between Porter and Wolfe? And what do you do if you're Wolfe? You got this guy behind him who's battling really hard. Do you let him go, let him burn up his stuff, or what do you do?
I don't know. I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure what Wolfe would be thinking here. I mean, as we've been talking here, that slight lead he has now just down so little that you can see he's basically on the bumper of Thomas here.
Yeah, he definitely caught him, and
I wonder if Thomas is going to try and play defense, or...
So, 14 laps to go still, and I mean, he's on. He's there. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Right now.
It's just these two. I mean, Jensen's not even in the picture in terms of trying to get the win. It's literally just between these two right now.
Yeah, and as you see, these guys right now aren't really running side by side. They're not really battling. It's almost as if Porter is pushing Wolfe down the straightaways. They're just trying to get away from everybody else. Let this race just between these two guys the last 5 laps or so.
Yep. As you can see. But we are coming up on lap traffic, and maybe if Thomas can use that to his advantage, maybe he can get a bit of distance on on Cody here is we are getting really close to each other. And wow, that is.
And there we go,
And side by side.
The 04 car gets on the inside of him and just.
Oh, he is pushing Thomas hard there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
they are doing their. Oh, they are literally. He just pushed Thomas into the wall. I mean, fully pushed him into the wall. But they've got to get around Papa Mott there, who's trying to obviously give him room. But that they are literally dancing with each other, adoring each other multiple times, as you can see there. I mean, this is. There might be other close battles, but this right now is the battle. Like, oh, and there goes Cody. I mean, hey, he recovered it. It might have been a little bit dirty, but to be honest, they were doing so much, it was bound to happen. With how much they were on each other's side there, that was bound to happen.
No, but there's another car that just went up into the wall. Did they get clear, or are we going to have another caution?
No, I think that was just okay. I think that was just Papa Mott. He might have been slowing down a bit. Maybe, I don't know, but I mean, it seems fine. But I mean, yeah, you gotta admit, Bill, I'm not wrong in saying that. That was gonna happen. They were with how much they were on each other's side there. That was gonna happen.
You saw Porter come up a couple of times into the side of Wolfe, and Wolfe wasn't having it, and he gave it right back to him. Now these guys are going to have different attitudes. Now Porter is trying real hard to catch Wolfe. 9 laps to go. If he catches Wolfe, is he going to play as nice, or is he going to play even harder? What's Wolfe's reaction going to be? They're right there at each other's throats, battling this thing.
Oh my gosh.
Porter almost just hit the wall.
Oh, this is... I mean, again, there might be some other close battles, but this is like...
Oh, boy.
Oh, God, is he going to get turned? Oh, he got around him, but that... Thomas is not going to... No, Thomas is not going to be obviously done with that. He's not going to give that, He's not going to give up that easily. He's going to... He might let, maybe Porter burn up his stuff, a bit here, and then see if maybe he can use that to his advantage to get past Porter again, but I mean, Porter's just running away at this point. Look at that! Look at that gap increasing now.
Yeah, but you know what? What Porter is, everything that just happened, that's now in the memory bank of Mr. Wolfe. So believe me, it may not be this race, but another race. Mr. Wolfe is going to remember how Porter raced him. So you're going to do what you can for the win, and that's what it is for. And now at this time, the 04 car he's gone. He's checked out.
Well, as you can see, though, Thomas is definitely slightly keeping the pace, though, behind Cody. And I guess also it's going to be a factor, too, is if they catch up to that lap car you see down there in the battle box in the form of Jonathan Leger, and we'll see how Jonathan handles these guys coming up on him. Because if Jonathan doesn't get out of the way, or he kind of, holds up the spot, that could be good for Thomas, because if Cody can't get around Jonathan, then that could be the one thing that helps Thomas catch up to Cody here. As it looks like they could possibly... no, they're not going to catch him on the backstretch. Okay. But it would also be a major upset if we had a caution right here. Anywhere in here, if we had a caution, that would be such a major upset, and it would also give Thomas a good chance to actually get past Cody here. As they go on the inside of Jonathan there, and Jonathan didn't even really hold him up. Let's see here. I mean, Thomas is catching Cody, though, again. So, I wouldn't think that Thomas is fully out. I think he could maybe, if Cody makes a bit of a mistake somewhere, I feel like Thomas could maybe catch him. I don't know. I mean, he's losing the time on the turns, but I don't think that's what matters. I think with how fast he's catching him on the backstretch. Look at that!
Wow.
Thomas is not giving up without a fight. He is gonna fight till that white flag flies. Or really, I guess more till the checkered, but you know. He's not giving up. He is. I mean, wow. Yeah, there's like I said, there could be other battles going around, but this is the one that we need to show. This is the one that but Cody got to lose too. You saw Cody got a little squirrely as well.
Oh my God!
So it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter there because Cody got loose as well, and so it didn't even matter that Thomas had that happen. Look at that. We have the white flag. We have the white flag now. Oh my gosh! Could Thomas make a pass at the end here if he can get lucky as he dives to the inside of Cody here?
Well, I'm sure Thomas Wolfe is going to use that front bumper to send Porter up into the wall, just like he hit him. So we'll see if he can catch him.
He's got the momentum! Oh, he went really wide there! I think that's going to be it. Is Cody... Oh! But Thomas does still get the second place, but Cody Porter comes home with the win. That was...
Wolfe sent that thing so deep into the corner to try to knock Porter up out of the groove. He set that thing in so deep.
Let's go back and show that. You saw he was trying to make like a Hail Mary pass there on turn 4 just to see if maybe he could get past him, and you just see he angles it to the inside there.
He's still in the throttle.
He's angled it to the inside. He's just trying, and then he just washes up to the outside of Cody. Maybe he was thinking he was going to hit Cody there. I'm not sure. I don't think Thomas would do that, but he was definitely trying to make some sort of like I said, last minute, just fast pass, past Cody, and it just did not work out, sadly. That was, wow. Wow.
Wow, that was good. That was,
worth
the wait. Well worth the wait.
Jesus. I mean, I have...
Look who ended up finishing in the 5th spot. I believe at the beginning of this race, I told you that I would expect to see Cory Mott in the top 5 or 6 by the end of this thing. And sure enough, there he is. Saved it to the end of the race like he always does. That's what he's known for. Cory Mott, 5th spot in that top-tier car.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him, as well as Cody Porter, our winner. First time we've seen him in victory lane this year. Right behind him is Thomas Wolfe, Oskar Jensen, Stephen Menke, of course, Cory Mott, Stephen Carlisle, who had a good points night, Zach Saunders, Richard Cherry, Mike Burnett, and then finish out the top 10, Alan Phillips.
But also there's that Mr. Double O there, Garth. He didn't win the head-to-head, but hey, he still got an 11th for the race. That's pretty good for him. Chris Burnham, I almost said completely the wrong name there, butchering 2 names together. Chris Burnham, he got P12, followed by Nathaniel Campbell getting P13, then Mr. Rocket Man himself coming back with a strong P14. I mean, obviously it's not in the top 10, but hey, I said it's still a pretty good finish, especially with how many cars were in the field tonight. And then Hayden Higginbotham in P15, Thomas Villano, Nick Vasquez, Tommy Carroll Jr. And then let me move here down as we have Mason Hoffner, Jim Mott, and also it was Tommy Carroll Jr. that was the last car in the lead lap. But then, Michael Deitch, followed by Ben Lawson, Jonathan Leger, Cody Leach, Ray Gill, John Connor, Cameron Romano, Rodney Roberts, and then after that, Vince Mitchell, Ryan Taft, Justin Bell, Diego Rodriguez, Noah Hamilton, and obviously our gold race controlled by Gordon Fraley. And that is quite the field that we had tonight. Obviously, a lot of the cars didn't make it through the race, but hey, still a very good race that these guys put on tonight. Wow.
Yeah, Yeah, and one thing I hate to see is Cody Leach. Man, he was having a great race and got knocked way. He got taken out, and man, he got knocked way back in the field, and unfortunate race for him. Not his doing.
Mm-mm. No, not at all. Not at all.
But it is after midnight. Let's get these guys up in the booth and get this over with.
I don't see. So I don't see Oskar. I only see Thomas. So I think we'll go ahead and get Thomas then. Yeah. Well, we got Thomas up here in the booth. I mean, you definitely did not go down without a fight at the end there. That was something at the end there. But good job on the P2.
Yeah, I definitely threw a crazy block on Oskar when I realized I put myself in a bad position, getting desperate on Cody. But yeah, I mean, coming to the line, it's shit's gonna happen.
I see. What was it? Were you trying to make a pass on Cody? I assume because at the end there on turn 4, you kind of looked like you almost sent it in deep, and then it just kind of washed up to the outside. I wasn't sure what that was exactly.
Yeah, I was trying to put a pass on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, you were trying to make a very just kind of hard momentum pass, and it just.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me the bump and run to take it from me. So I was trying to,
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, that track's tricky.
Racing.
Yeah.
Race him the way he raced you. As simple as that. So.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a great race.
Great run. So we'd love to stay and talk to you, but it's really late and we want to go to bed.
Hey, I understand.
But hey, Chicago Street Course.
We'll see you in one more position further ahead. How about that?
Because
man, I hope so. I feel like I've been doing pretty well. Just gotta keep putting myself in good positions. Hopefully, I can grab another win here soon.
Yeah, so we'll see how next week goes. I mean, because like I said, next week is good old street course, Chicago Street Course. So that'll be fun. Luckily, it's only 50 laps, so it won't be too many. It's just
35
that track. If you lose focus for a split second, you're done. So.
Oh, I know all too well because I was messing around with the track earlier, and I kind of had a bit of a bad zone out moment as I was coming to the turn on the inside, and I even had a nice little meeting with the wall. So yeah, I know that's definitely a problem. So, but yeah, so I guess we will see how next week goes then.
Looks like I'm catching some flack from Oskar in the chat.
Oskar, oh my god!
I mean, hey, I get it. Look, I raced him clean. He kind of turned me a little bit there, and a little bit after mid race, but coming to the line, I mean,
I feel like you three really raced well. I feel like I don't know why you're getting flack. I feel like you guys kind of were a clean trio, honestly, up there.
It's the end of the race. Get over it. Get your tissues. Whatever. The end of the race. Have a nice day. Don't worry about it.
Goodbye. Yeah. So. But all right. Well, there we go. Then that's that.
Right, let's get Oskar in the room if he's ready.
I don't know where he is, but it looks like Cory's trying to get them to join the VC so we can pull them up. Okay, lovely.
All right.
But, all right, we'll let you go then, Thomas. So.
Good luck, buddy. Good job.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Yep. Thanks for staying up.
Here we go. And we'll see if they join, but not sure. Oh, we do have Oskar. There's Oskar, and then there's Cody. Okay. Well, let me grab Oskar first, then.
Oh,
here's our Mr. P3 finisher, Oskar. Good job there on the P3 there.
Yeah, thanks. That was super fun. Racing with Thomas and Cody, that was outstanding.
I say, yeah, you guys definitely were a very clean trio racing together there. It was a lot of close racing, a lot of fun action to see. So, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the most fun I've had in quite a while. I mean, like you said, that was clean and hard, and I honestly couldn't ask for anything more or better.
Yeah. Now, at the end there, you and Tommy kind of got, into it a little bit. It's the last 50 feet of the racetrack. You got to expect him to come down and do whatever it takes,
Hey, second place is second place. Nah, but that was just, trying to race and finish second. I mean, it was no hard feelings there. That was just one going up, one going down, and thankfully we both finished. Like you said, it was right there at the start finish line, so it wasn't like we died coming out of 4 and both finished last. So not too hard about that.
Yeah, but it was an awesome race. You guys, we waited forever for this race to start. Once it raced, we had a couple of quick cautions, and it seemed like you guys just went green forever.
Yeah, those caution laps were brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I screwed up qualifying, and so I started way back there, and then knew we had a fast car. We just need those green flag laps, and then that green towards the end, I was kind of surprised. I was waiting for the caution, and thankfully we got it underneath. And unfortunately, I didn't keep up with the track earlier on, so I was a little bit tight. But they get together, and still gotta get there in case they do get together. Then you can maybe sneak in for a win.
Yeah, and
now, how much did the track change after the sun went down?
Honestly, it wasn't as much as I expected. I don't really race these cars as much, so racing in the time change was very unusual for a little bit. I kind of struggled there, but thanks to Cody, he talked me through some adjustments and just wasn't enough. But definitely did get more racier, I think, at least.
Well, for somebody who doesn't drive these cars very often, you did pretty well. So, what do you usually drive?
Trucks and Xfinity car. Those are my go-to.
Yeah.
And yeah, this track is just my type of track. I love this. Darlington and Dover, so you'll probably see me do some of those. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I could do this again. That was a lot.
Well, it was a lot, and it's very late, so I'm about ready to go to bed. It's already, I'm not even sure what time it is. I think it's 1:15 here.
Well, next week, so I guess, kind of ask this real quick. Next week is Chicago street course. We gonna see you there or no? Because I mean, it's a fun track, obviously, with it being Chicago street course.
Yeah, I love road courses, street courses. I don't know, kind of. We'll see. Maybe Cody will talk me into it. Otherwise, I'll probably wait that out and watch it.
Yeah, it's the infamous street course, so
Yeah, it's something, that's for sure.
Yeah, but well, good job on the P2, and hopefully we see you up here again then.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for broadcasting.
Yeah.
No problem, man. Awesome race tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, then let's get Mr. Porter up here. There he is, the man that won the race, Mr. Cody Porter. That was some very close, but also aggressive and clean at the same time racing there at the end. I mean, well, I say that, but the end was definitely you and Thomas were adoring each other for at least a couple laps there. I mean, you were pretty much attached door to door. It felt like there at the end, kind of.
100%. I've seen Thomas race. I know he's not dirty at all, and I know that we can make contact without wrecking each other. And that's just hard, clean racing right there. If you didn't like that, then I don't know, man. I don't know what you're coming to watch for, right?
The thing is Tommy didn't say anything about it, and he did try to get into the back of you there to try to get you to shove the bump and run type thing, because the way you did it to him, and man, he tried everything he could to get to your back bumper and almost sent him into the wall. But you just all that. You had a great race tonight. You always seemed to be just where you needed to be. You had a very fast car. Was your car faster at the beginning of the race or towards the end?
I set up for the long run. Me and Oskar Jensen were on the same setup, and we practiced quite a bit to get it dialed in for the long run, because I had a feeling it was going to kind of play out that way, and thank the Lord it did, because it looked like it should. That was a really long run at the end there. Firing off, we were really not that good, so we kind of had to drive our balls off. But towards the end there, we were just mowing them down left and right, and then Thomas was there at the end as my last, I guess you could say, boss, and I had to put the bumper to him, but I knew he would get back to me and do it to me, and he did. So I full throttled up mid corner, and just hoping he couldn't get to me, and he barely missed. It was inches. I saw back.
It was
so close.
it was like any closer, and I feel like netcode would have came into play, and it didn't. So you got lucky there.
I can't believe netcode didn't come into play.
Oh, I know.
100%. No, that was awesome though. That was fun racing with him. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, but I'll be honest with you. If it was earlier, I'd stay and talk longer. But I'm going to bed. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Amen. I hear that.
But also, next week being Chicago Street Course, I've been asking the others. Obviously, I'm going to ask you how you feeling about that. Are we going to see you there?
I don't know if I'll be there. Honestly, I'm not full time. I'll be in the truck stuff. I don't know if I'll be in the next gen, but I might show up. We'll see.
Right, man. Hey, congratulations. Awesome win, and we're looking forward to seeing you later on this year.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
We'll see you later.
There we go. Okay, well, obviously we don't want to be all we hate being all quick, go and stuff, but yeah, it is obviously very late. I'm sure Bill wants to go get some sleep.
Well, Austin, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going inside taking my blood pressure medication, and I'm going to bed, but that was a good one.
That was actually, like I was saying all night, that was one of the best ones, I'd say. I mean, just because of how clean it was, that was one of the best races, honestly.
Yep.
So
it really was a great race. There was a ton of side-by-side racing all over the track, so many different positions, and it just didn't stop to the end of the race. And it was the final 50 laps. We were expecting a late caution, and it never seemed to really happen. And, man, it was one of the few times that we didn't finish in the green-white checkered.
Yeah. But, all right, we're going to sign off here and go get any rest you might need and all that stuff. So, see you guys next week. At least us specifically, see you guys next week at the Chicago Street Course. Oh, God.